Welcome you guys to another special edition of the Behind the Screens podcast. Tonight, you guys, we have a special guest coming in for a very special interview. Go ahead and introduce yourselves for those that are not familiar with you.
I'm Alex Figueroa from Levels of Geeks. One third of the group. I'm the head dude, but yeah, I have two other dudes.
It is awesome to finally have you on the show. I've been waiting for this moment for a little while now, so I'm glad you accepted the invitation to come on and answer the questions that I have for you and that the chat has for you as well.
Yeah, I'm sorry for Thursday. It was funny because I totally blanked out that we had to cross the streams, and I keep forgetting it crosses into Thursday too. And I was like, oh my God. And everyone's like, dude, you double booked. And I was like, son of a mother, let's go.
Yeah, I get it. Like I've told you before, my schedule gets a little crazy, especially with having the kids and things like that. So I totally understand things like that happening. So, I get it. And I've told you before as well, I know you have a lot of content that you push out, a lot of extra things that you do as well on crossing the streams and going on other people's channels. So, it was understandable. But we got you here tonight.
Yeah, so let's have some fun. We got people here. Oh, this is gonna be good.
All right, looks like we got Stanley James in the building. And looks like we got a new face, Jose, the wrestling fan. Haven't seen him in the chat before. So welcome to the Behind the Screen podcast. You are live with Alex and 4K D-Ray.
Yeah.
Looks like we got Unboxing in here. Unboxing says hello to everybody.
People are going to be popping in and out. Poo-poo-poo!
All right. So
let's have some fun.
So as I've discussed on my lives and things like that before, there aren't many Bluetubers that I really watch on YouTube. I found your channel, I think it was around March or April. And, I started watching you guys' podcast, twice a week, really enjoyed it. So I kept coming back, was very, was in the chat a lot, participating in things like that. Love the content that you guys have pushed. I believe you said you guys started out as just a radio podcast and then you moved to YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, so you want to go to the history?
Yeah, let's go to the history.
All right. So, all right, so how would we do this? All right, so when Levels of Geek started, so first I started as Ultra HD Geek, where I was going to do it by myself, just doing what everyone else does, like buy random 4Ks and talk about the quality and audio and, all the stuff. And then I met Ken from Mid-Level, Mid-Level Critic, is it? Or Mid-Level Media.
Yeah, I think he's changed it a couple times.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah,
it's media.
Anyway, yeah, who it is. I think it's media, Mid-Level Media and YouTube. So we met each other through Instagram, and we talked, and then I pushed for podcasts, and it was he's not much of a talker, so yeah, I had to catapult him in, like, dude, let's just do this, and he was like, all right, and we did it. We did a few episodes on the podcast form. And I didn't like it much. I was like, you know what? I think this works more as a YouTube. Let's get the YouTube going. And next thing you know, we were like, I was like, we need a YouTube name. Because I was like, can't be Ultra HD Geek. So then we both decided Levels of Geeks. Mostly it was him. He was mostly the one that pushed the name Levels of Geek.
So what was the meaning behind that name, Levels of Geek? Because I think I have an understanding of it, but I'm not quite sure if it's different.
With Levels of Geeks, at the time we wanted a name that we could tackle different avenues, and I don't have to keep up with like 100 different names for some type of whatever. So with Levels of Geeks, I wanted something that's like an umbrella name that whatever I do is still a geek thing. So if I want to do music one week, people can't go, well, that's not a music Yes, it is, because technically it's a geeky thing. And I could do that. I could video game. I could do movies.
Yep.
I could do a cooking show, because there's geek guys that, they do cooking. But it still falls under the umbrella. So I pushed for the YouTube. Ken was not big into the thing. He was very at the time. Now he's more into getting behind the camera, but at the time he wasn't like that. I was like, dude, we're doing this, and pushed him in, like, boop, and then we did that for a few episodes. I think episode 44, and then we broke up. He left to do his own thing, so he does his own thing, and then I brought in 2 other co-hosts on. Before it was just me and Ken. Then I brought in Nate from Nate Flicks Reviews and Instagram. And then Dave from Flicks Talk, which is Wednesdays and then Mondays. So now you have 2 different hosts, co-hosts or hosts, whatever you want to call it. And now they're part of the Levels of Geek. So it's not me by myself on the channel. It's now a third. Like now we have 3 people. And I always consider them Levels of Geeks also. And whatever I do, I talk to them about it first before I do anything. Right. Because we're still together. Yeah. So
was that when you reached out to those guys, was that someone you already had a connection with, or did you just you knew, okay, these are 2 people that I'd like to mesh with and see if our styles can make this podcast work?
So with David was the first one. I met David through Movie Files.
Okay.
And I did a watch along with him. That was the first time I met David, and we ever did a stream together. It was a Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. I think it was Rogue Nation or Ghost Protocol. And we did it together. And then we connected. It was 10 of us on the screen. So it's not like it was just me and him on screen. It was 10 other people, and I met Brando through that, and I met Talking TV through that. Miss Filmingo, I think Filmingo too, and Film Exparel. I met all those people through that one little thing, and the guys at the movies, all through that thing. But then me and Dave didn't talk as much. We reached out to do a show with Dave, me and Ken, prior, and we got copyrighted, booted off because we played a lot of cartoon themes and everything, and they just totally ripped down the video. And I was like, crap, that sucks. So then when everything happened with Ken and myself, I reached out to David. I said, yo, dude, I need someone to co-host on a Wednesday. Can you just help me out for this week? And Dave was like, sure, dude. Like, well, I'm not, whatever, let's do this. And it flowed. Like if nothing, like we never did a show together prior to that Wednesday. The community liked it. The community enjoyed it. They were like, dude, you should, ask him to become a regular on the Wednesdays.
Okay.
So I asked David, and I said, yo, dude, I was like, the community likes you. I was like, I don't care. Does he want to do it? Let's just do it and have fun. And he was like, yeah. I was like, why not? And then Nate came in. I forgot his timetable, but I know he did one show with us. And I was like, this dude knows his stuff. Like he knows his movies. Like he's broad. It's not like he's stuck to one style of movies. Like he knows his movies. He's a big collector. The guy got, I think the thing, remember he was telling me something like 800 steel books or something. I mean, he has a huge collection of stuff. And I was like, yo, Nate, I was like, if you want, do you want to take Mondays? And Nate was like, yeah, man, I love talking movies. And I was like, all right. And we hit it off. And then next thing you know, I mean, the rest is history. I call it like Levels of Geeks 2.0 because I just totally erased history from the other and then continued to the newest format. But yeah, I enjoy what I do weekly and week out with those 2 guys too. So now we're all part of Levels of Geeks together. So yeah, awesome. That's the history. Yeah.
Well, look, let's go even further back than that. All let's go back to when you first started collecting. Give us your history behind when you started. What was the first movie you purchased?
All right. So, wow. All right. So we're going to start back. I was So back in the 80s, I was big into Ghostbusters cartoon. That was the real Ghostbusters was my joint. I watched all of it, even with Arsenio Hall. Then they replaced him and it was another voice. So I was like, oh my God, like this is awesome. Then I started to watch the Thundercats and the G.I. Joe. Grew up. My dad was the one who got me started with it because he's the one that started to buy me some stuff. Like he brought me a little bit of the Ghostbusters figures. Some of them I do own. I have the 1980 whatever. I have the Firehouse right here in the car. If you want to see it, I could just pull it up. I have it. It's up to you if you want to check it out.
Hey, if you want to show us, feel free. This is all about you tonight.
Oh no, it's not about me. It's about your show. It's your show, not me. But I show it off.
Unboxing hashtag levels of geek community forever. You guys, make sure you hit that like button as you enter the stream. Even if you're watching this on the replay, make sure you hit that like button to help get this out into YouTube algorithm so we can get you more fresh, brand new podcasts such as this one.
All right, so yeah, look how vintage this damn thing is. Okay.
Wow.
This thing is not even white. This thing is yellow.
Yellow, yeah.
So I have the sticker on one side and the sticker on the other is gone, of course. The same thing with the back. I don't have the sticker anymore. It's still there, that sticker. And then when you open it, my theory is the car from Afterlife, the movie.
Right. Yeah.
That is modeled after this real Ghostbusters cartoon car.
I'm so ready for that movie.
Huh? Oh, I'm so also. So, and the reason why I say that is because, see, I already know someone was up in my toy. All right, here we go. So the reason why I say this is because the seat that you see goes on top of the car. See? Right?
Wow.
And in the movie, she comes out of the side of the car.
Right. Yes, I remember.
And
that.
I was like, yo, that's the real Ghostbuster car. They tweaked that damn thing up. I was like, that is the real. And everyone thought I was crazy. I'm like, yo, dude, I have the toy. I was like, that seat is on the roof of the damn car for the cartoon. So yeah, okay. so I have that.
What are they? Reeboks? Where are they? I know you got a pair.
I got two pairs of the Reebok.
You ended up with hitting on two pair of them?
I got the Reebok Ghostbusters classics. That's the $100 one, and then I got two Ghost Smashers. I have one that's
those are the ones that just came out like late last year.
Right. Actually, yeah. October. It came out on October 31st, Halloween. The sneakers dropped. Yeah.
I was actually gonna try to get a pair, but then I forgot they dropped that day, and I missed out.
Yeah. So, and then,
are you gonna wear them?
No. No. I might get another pair if I could find a reasonable price for them. I will get another pair and I will rock them because I like them. They look awesome. But so in terms of the Firehouse, this is the Firehouse. This is my original one when I was a kid. So this thing is huge. Like, and then you got the thing, and then of course it opens in the back. And then you can play with them, and the thing goes down. And
I remember that too.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty cool. So you want to see the sneakers? Is that
show us the sneakers? If they're close to you, show us the sneakers.
Right. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Stanley James, I know he's into the sneaker YouTube and everything, so he definitely probably want to see them. And see, this is what this podcast is all about, you guys. That's why I want to do these interviews. We want to see the other side of the things that they like in their life. You know, we might have more than just one hobby. You guys only see that movie side, but there's other things that we like as well. As you can see, Alex loves sneakers and just any type of props and memorabilia. I am the same exact way. So I don't buy like the figurines and things like that, but my other hobby, like I love sneakers. When there's a certain sneaker that comes out, I want to get it. So
I'm using the Firehouse as a table. I was like, well, I need a table here. Yeah, it's funny. Look, this is how big I am in Ghostbusters. I got these from Comic-Con 2019. These are stickers. This is when I purchased a long sleeve shirt that has a proton pack in the back, and you could change their names on tags. And I was like, oh, I gotta have that. That's awesome. And my wife was like, you're a big ass geek. Yeah.
Dude, you're making me wish I'd have kept my turtle van when I was a kid.
Dude, that turtle van but I had that too, and my brother broke it.
Yeah, and the door opens up, and he's sitting in the chair on the door.
And you can fling the pizzas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I wish I had that.
All right, here we go. All right, so here goes the first ones. These are the classics. I know everybody wants to see the Ghost Smashers. I guess that's what they call it.
Holly Jolly Transformicon says hello.
Oh, that's my dude. Transformicon. So here you go. These are the Reebok.
Okay, so those are clean. I actually like those better than the Nintendo ones they came out with.
Yeah, and then then if you look in the middle, it has like some type of like design.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, but the thing is that I like about these, they got the slime bottoms, man.
Oh man, yeah, that extra detail is nice.
It is, but the thing is like they sold like hotcakes. I was telling my wife, I was like, you gotta get 13s, but I ended up getting crap. I got these little ones. I was like, all right, so they go on my, they're gonna go on my glass shelves. All right, so now these are the big ones. So these are the boys everybody's trying to get.
Yeah, yep. That's it right there.
Yeah. So these right here, these are the Ghost Smashers and with the Proton Pack in the back. I would rock them with the Proton Pack. Like these things are comfortable. Like I will rock them with this. Like
yeah, I will wear I will wear them to like a convention or something. I don't know if I will wear them just regular everyday life. Maybe one day, I don't know, but to a convention, definitely.
Yeah. So like that I could wear. I remember when they came out with the Marty McFly ones, and it was funny because if you went into the one of the Comic Cons with the Nike Air Mag, I think it's called the Air Mag. Yep. They gave you the Pepsi bottle from the movie Part 2. Remember when you got the Pepsi out the thing? They were giving away exclusive Comic Con Pepsi bottles from the movie that year. Wow. So so that's where it basically started. My dad is the one that got me into stuff like that because once I saw the toys, I got crazy. But I wasn't heavy into collecting because, like, one thing is that growing up, my parents didn't have much money, so it's not like I'm like a millionaire. Like whatever toy they got me is what they got me. So, which Jose is like he's my cousin, so he knows. I mean, it's just rough with when my parents. So like I had the Ghostbusters Proton Pack, which of course they threw out when I moved out, which I was like, no, I had the original plastic one. That one I'm trying to get, and I hope they bring it out again. But anyway, so once growing up was more the cartoons. Ghostbusters the movie actually was, it's funny that you say which ones to have. These are the ones this is the one that I purchased. And then this one,
VHS?
Yeah, these are VHSs. Yeah. And then this one, my wife's dad gave me. He was like, "Oh, do you own it?" No, it's
okay, they look like they're sealed.
No, yeah, but they come with they still got the the whole vintage. Yeah. So that's the thing. So I'm like, oh man, like I own. See, some of it's still in pristine condition, and it still has the sticker. Remember the sticker that you have to rip off?
Rip it. Yeah.
So those two was like my main stuff. Like I got Delta Force with Chuck Norris. Like I don't know why I picked it up. I just picked it. I like Delta Force. What is something I can say? But once I started, because I played music growing up, so then I joined a rock band. Then I started to work in Tower Records, and that's when everything started to come about because Tom McFarlane came out with the McFarlane horror series in the 90s. That's when I was like buying CDs, and I brought the Crow, Eric Draven. I got the Eric Draven limited edition Behind the Glass. It's somewhere around here. I got the Bride of Chucky, which I found in a thrift store. And then from there, I worked at a Toys R Us. When I met my wife, I worked in a Toys R Us, and it was over because that's when it was like, if you talk about people like saving stuff in the back for themselves, absolutely, I did that. I opened up boxes, and whatever was a variant and rare, I put it to the side, and I put it, and I was like, "This is mine." And everyone's like, "Damn, dude, you got like close to hundreds of dollars." And I was big on McFarland Baseball. I owned every baseball player he produced, from Nolan Ryan on the Texas and Mets jersey, Willie Mays, and Mets and San Francisco jerseys, Ken Griffey on the Seattle and Cincinnati. I owned the whole thing, the entire lot. I mean, from number 1 all the way to like almost their final one, like Series 16. That's when I stopped. So I was big on that. Then I started to buy my Ghostbusters, like Matty Collector, whatever it's called. They came out started to do the line again. So I brought the 12-inch statues. I started to well, they're not statues. They were more like 12-inch, but they're like material style of figures. Then they came out with the props. I had the trap. I had the PKE meter, right? And I was like, no freaking way. I was like, this is awesome. But at the time, it was just me and my wife was going to medical school. So I had no money. I worked, but the thing is I had to pay for rent, because she stopped working and she had to focus hard on her medical degree. So I was like, crap. So I had to bite the bullet and I had to sell off my entire baseball lot for rent and food. And then we were like, holy crap. Then my firstborn, Aiden, came along. And then I was working. And then I was like, crap, I have to pay rent and I have to get, formula and all this crap. And guess what? I had to sell off my freaking ghost trap and my movie props of Ghostbusters for it. And I'm not saying it sucks, but you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, you got to do it. Yeah.
So there's nothing I can do. You have a kid, you got to, your wife, that her dream is to become a medical doctor and save people and cancer ward. Like that's where she works at now. She works with the cancer ward and all that crap. So, but for me, when growing up, once I, money starts to come in, I'm like, okay, now, now that it's easier for me to afford stuff. Now it's like, oh, okay, I could buy this, I could buy that. And then you go crazy because you never had money to buy stuff that you, So like people are like, oh, you buying these crazy statues. I'm like, dude, if you saw how I was living, to me, this is like the most enjoyable thing ever because I could never afford what I could afford now. Like just walk into something, go, oh, okay, I would like to buy 4 Blu-rays. At the time, I couldn't afford Blu-rays. It was DVDs. And it was like 1 DVD because those damn things were expensive at the time.
Yes.
So that's my collecting habits. Because technically, like honestly, when you don't have money and now you have money, it's easier to go, wow, now I could afford the, the He-Man and Castle Grayskull that you never could afford. And I could go on eBay and buy it. And then, and be happy and be all cool about it. But yeah.
Awesome. So is it safe to say that pretty much my question was going to be what movie jump started your fashion for movie watching? So I would say it's probably Ghostbusters that really kicked it off for you.
Everybody asks me Ghostbusters. I mean, hands down. I just love the movie. I just love the concept, 3 friends, because Winston came in later and they all bonded, doing a paranormal thing. It came from an idea. And all of a sudden it exploded. And I love it. I love the dark humor on it, the sarcastic humor. Because I'm very sarcastic. That's one thing I am. I'm one of the most sarcastic persons ever. But yeah, like I just love that movie. And I can still watch it. I buy it in any format. Any format it comes out, I'll purchase it. That's a double dip in for me forever. Whether it's 8K, 20K. Whatever next is that, whatever chip, virtual reality chip movie watching. Like
never know where it's going.
Yeah, we don't know where it's going, but yeah.
Wow. So the other day, that kind of leads me into my next question, because the other day we were talking and there was a topic that you brought up and you wish I'd have covered it in my show. So I said, okay, I'll wait to have him on to cover it. And I know that we see a lot of movies behind you. And I know you collect memorabilia. You just showed us like movie props and things like that. I've seen you with the John Wick coins and things like that. So my question is going to be, what type of collector are you? Do you only do steel books?
Okay.
Some people only do the boutiques, Zavi, Kino, Shout, Arrow, or are you the completionist that has to have every movie out? You're hitting Dollar Tree, you're hitting Big Lots. Every time they release stuff, you're buying it up.
That's a good question. And I will say I am not those type of people that buy every steel books or every boutique. Honestly, I don't even own much boutique, to be honest with you. I started to because of Nate. Nate is like, dude, we're gonna cover this, and then I go out and if I could find it, then I'll find it. If not, then I'll order it online and then we'll cover it. Like we covering the Flash Gordon, that's boutique, that's Arrow. I picked up the Mad Max, which I was like, oh, okay, that's another boutique. And I was like, holy crap. But I am not one of those. Like, I'm a big believer is it's your movie collection. Just get the stuff that you want. Like, don't buy stuff just to buy stuff to look cool and take photos on Instagram and then throw it on your movie shelf. And if you tell me that you don't know what the movie's about and it's still in your thing, it's like, what the hell is the point spending X amount of money on it? Like, it's your movie collection. That's my whole thing. It's like, and I feel like, and I don't want to say it wrong because I said the same thing with David on our live stream when we did Cross the Stream. I just feel like, and that's not everybody, I'm not putting everyone in this, but I feel like a lot of people are posers.
I agree.
Because everyone's on Instagram and they're like, oh, they're I got this. Okay. And then next thing you know, you're like, what's the movie? Oh, I don't know. I was just going on my shelf. Like, I could have, but it's like, well, what's the point? You just spent freaking $25 on this copy. Like, what was the point on it? Or, oh, I saw, thousands of people taking photos of the, Friday the 13th Shout Factory collection. Doesn't mean you have to buy the damn thing if you're not a fan of it. And I did that. And it's funny? That is an impulse buy for myself. And I'm going to say that because honestly, I think the franchise is a piece of shit because I was watching we were watching 1 through 4. And I'm like, this is the same shit. Like, I'm like, why am I watching this? It's like, this is the same movie over and over. The next movie. Then I'm like, I'm not watching it. I stopped after 4. I don't care what happens to 5. I don't care what happens in 6. I don't care. And the crazy thing is, dude, it was an impulse buy because I knew myself the minute I purchased it because my wife is more of a horror fan, but she doesn't care about the Friday the 13th franchise. Hey, what's up, Triborough? She's more into the Pinhead. She's more into those type of movies. So when I purchased it, it was because everyone started to put up their photos. Like, oh my God, I got to get this. And I'm like, man, I'm a collector. I should own Friday the 13th, this entire lot. And I'm like, when I purchased it, and the minute I was like, you know what? This was like the worst $160 I ever purchased because I'm never going to watch 5 through whatever again. And I learned my lesson. Like, I'm not doing that no more. I don't care how many people could put photos up. If I don't enjoy it, I don't give two shit about it. It does not need to be in my movie collection. Like,
dude, I totally agree. I think I asked someone that. I believe Ken, I asked that question because I feel the exact same way. I should have never bought it. I let the YouTube thing get to me and like, oh, if I get this, it's a nice big unboxing. It's kind of special and everything like that. So I pre-ordered it, got it. I watched one movie from it. I never opened the package with the posters to even see what they look like. I know what they look like from pictures people posted, but I never looked at them myself. And it's here. I don't think I'm gonna watch them.
I agree with you. And that's the thing. Like, if you tell me, okay, I would personally say right now, if it was the Halloween franchise, that one I would have purchased because my wife enjoys the Halloweens. And you know what? I watched them last time and I was like, it's okay, whatever. But those I enjoy watching. It has Jamie Lee Curtis. I'm like, okay, those are cool. Friday the 13th, I'm like, why did I spend $100 and something? Like, it's just like, it did to me, it was just mind boggling. And I'm not one of those that will purchase just because the Instagram, throws it up and then you have to. Like, it's like, and you said it, it's an impulse. It's Tuesday. I gotta go to Best Buy and I have to see what's new because Wilfredo from Brazil is about to throw you know what I mean? He's about to throw a photo of Superman in 4K and I gotta be with the whole 4K group of Steelbook. Like, no, man, you don't have to.
Gotta hurry up and catch the shot outside of Best Buy.
Exactly. And then what is it? It's all the same freaking shot. It's the shot of the Blu-ray of the 4K in front of the logo. And then you go in and it's the shot in front of the stupid gondola, entire thing of movies. Like, I know what Best Buy looks like. Like, give me some new shots. And again, I'm not nitpicking. I know a lot of people out there, they're great creators. I never met them. I'm not making fun of you, but it's just, I feel like personally, there's a lot of posers on Instagram that just want to be fucking cool to try to get followers and all this crap. And they just keep buying shit. And you go to their house and you're like, hey, what's Flash Gordon about? I don't know. I just brought it because, it's an Arrow and I own the Arrow collection, A through Z. Get the hell out of here. No, I'm sorry. No, I'd rather put that $20 towards some other, double dipping that I'm going to do anyway. But yeah, I mean, how are you though? Because I know you're a collector too. And I know you starting to transition from Blu-ray to 4K. But are you one of those? Like you just, because I know you say you used to before, but like, what is your habits of buying movies?
Honestly, my habit is, I'd say 90% of my collection is just movies that I've always loved. They came out again. I purchased them because I'm going to watch them countless amounts of time. They're not just going to sit on the shelf. Now, the other 10% is stuff that might sit on the shelf because, as part of my YouTube channel, what I started doing was asking the subscribers to give me some movies that they believe I should pick up. And I would choose one for the week and maybe go pick it up. If it's an off week when nothing's coming out that I want, I'll just do that as, something special for the viewers. So there's a few movies and most of them I'd say I probably shouldn't have picked up, but, I was doing it for the channel.
But see, that's okay because it's one movie for your community. See, like for myself, like now that we're doing the action movie podcast, like basically, hold on one second. Why did my camera did I hit the wrong button? I think I did not. You know what? I'll switch. Hold on, that's my bad. Can I switch cameras on this? I could, right?
Should be able to.
Let me see. Oh yeah, here we go. Camera. I'll switch. I don't know why he's acting stupid. Camera link. No. Built-in camera.
Triborough Gigolo says part 6 of Jason Lives is my favorite. Yeah, I like that one. I like Jason Goes to Hell and Takes Manhattan. Daniel says, true, I agree. Buy what you can watch. Yep, I agree. That's what I tend to do, man. Only what I know I'm gonna watch.
Now use another camera angle. I'm sorry.
for me, it's all about the disc. I don't really care about as much of what the artwork. To me, that's extra. It's a little more enticing with that nice artwork and things like that. But I don't care whether it's a steel book or slip cover. I'm all about give me the lowest price possible. Let me spend the least amount of money as I can for this disc. I don't care. I'm not a person. My steel books have to go in a plastic sleeve. I don't know what for unless you live oceanside and the salt water is in your house and gonna rust your steel books. Other than that, there's no point of putting them in the slip. But hey, do what you want with your money.
Yeah, I mean, look, I totally agree with you. And look, I have movies that are still, wrapped in plastic, but those are movies I'm never going to watch. And I just brought them just to complete the trilogy. Like, I just, you know what I mean? Like, if it's a 3-pack,
right?
Like, I know the third movie sucks. So, like, why is the point of me watching the damn movie? I just needed to complete the 1, 2, and 3. Like, that's how I am. But I do know what the movie's about. I'm not going to buy it and then just throw it there just to throw it there. That's not happening here. But yeah, look, Unboxing even said it here. Look, I got the Friday the 13th collection. I still haven't watched any of the movies yet. That's $160.
I think it's probably like that for a lot of people, to be honest.
Yeah. They
got us on that one.
Yeah.
If it was Nightmare on Elm Street or Halloween, yes, I'd have been for it. I mean, I like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I don't like all of them. I know some of them are crap. But, give me those two. I'd be okay with spending the money because I'm going to watch every one of them.
I agree. And the thing is like, okay, so would you are you a fan of double dipping? Because let's just say you do buy this Friday the 13th collection, and let's say in 2 years from now they come out with the Friday the 13th in 4K, which I doubt, but let's say they do come out with the entire movies in 4K, are you gonna just buy it because it's a 4K? Because I'm not buying it. Now that I got this damn thing, I'm not touching it.
I wouldn't. I would hope they would at least give us the first one separately. Give us that option to have at least the first entry into the franchise. I'd buy that.
I agree with you. I think in any of the horror ones, I will do the first movie over the other ones. Like I wouldn't care at all. Friday the 13th. I'm sorry, Freddy Krueger. Totally different. I would love to have Dream Warriors in 4K. The New Nightmare in 4K because I love New Nightmare.
That was cool.
Yeah, that one is cool. Those two plus the first one, that's it. Give me Dream Warriors first. I don't care. Give me that movie first, and then we start talking on that. But yeah, Tribal Gigolo. Are there horror films you watch annually every year for Halloween? Oh, I watch Evil Dead 2. That's my joint. I could watch that. I'm not too crazy about the 4K conversion. I think that was, movies like that. Unless you're a super, super, super hardcore fan, you're gonna buy it to support the franchise. But let's see, Evil Dead 2, I would watch. Dream Warriors, I would watch. Gremlins. I mean, I know that's a Christmas movie, but still horror. Conjuring 2, which is funny. That scared the bejesus out of me. I have not even purchased it to go on my collection because I really need to
watch that.
You have not seen it?
No, I've seen the first one. Somebody asked me just yesterday, they said, have I seen Conjuring franchise? And I was like, I think I've seen the first one, maybe some of the second one. I said, I kind of like the first one. They was like, oh, the second one's way better.
Dude, you need a priest when you watch the second one. Because I tell you what, I was up for 3 months with the lights on because of the damn movie. And I live in a house. So that freaked me the hell out. Yeah. And I'm waiting, the reason why it's not because the movie, nothing. I'm waiting for the 4K conversions on the Conjurings. Because those would look sweet on a 4K upgrade. Those I will purchase. I'm not crazy on horror because I'm more of an action movie background. But that I will definitely Conjuring 2 I will put on my collection.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we just talked about how expensive and it felt like a waste that Friday the 13th collection was. Now there's one movie that I've been wanting for a while in 4K. I wish I'd have pulled the plug on and pre-ordered it when it came out last year. There's no way I'm going back and spending at least $80 to $100 for it. But I really want Rad 4K. But if I find it, it's without the slipcase, which is kind of cool. But at that price, give me the whole thing. So I just want to ask you, what's the most expensive movie that you have sitting in your collection right now?
Whoa, that's a good question. Like purchased or in terms of that went up in value? Like
either one.
Well, went up in value. I have the Phase 1 Avengers briefcase with the Tesseract in it that glows.
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
I have that. I have the Guardians of the Galaxy Walkman Steelbook. I know that's like a rare thing to find now. People are like going crazy for. In terms of purchasing, wow. I brought the Evil Dead 2 slipcover for $65. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But it came with the movie though. It's not like I purchased just the cover. And like it came with the movie, the movie and the slipcover. But I needed to get the slipcover to complete my Evil Dead 1 and 2 together. Because I'm a big Evil Dead fan, so I had to get those two. In terms of entire lot, I think the most expensive thing I purchased, what would it be? You know what? I think it could be the Dawn of the Dead, because that one is Europe.
Yes.
I think that's the most expensive one, because I always buy when it comes out or I pre-order. So I never paid the most expensive stuff. You know what I mean? Like wait till it comes down and then jacks up on price. Friday the 13th is kind of heavy, so I could say that's the highest in terms of stupidity. I'll say Friday the 13th at 160. That would be the dumbest buy I ever. But Dawn of the Dead, I think, that one. Lost, yeah, my wife is right. Hey, my wife is here too. Wow. Lost. I have that collector's thing too. I have the Dharma kit. I don't know if you ever watched the show Lost.
I've seen a little. I never watched the whole thing.
So I have season 5 on Blu-ray, and I have the Dharma kit, what they give out in the TV show. Comes with us. It comes. I mean, it is rare to the rare. And I got that from when I was working, I believe, in Tal Records. I think I picked that up. But yeah, that's what do you own that you paid expensive?
I think that's gonna be that's the most expensive thing I've got.
Friday the 13th?
Yeah,
that piece
dude,
of shit. That's the worst thing to say.
Money.
It's okay. You know, like I said, it's all right. Because a lot of people's like, do you wait till the week and then let it drop the price? I only do that. If it's not a steelbook that I like. I will purchase the steelbook. I don't care if it's $35. I don't even care if it's $40 because I know I'm never going to find it again around me, the steelbook, unless I order it and then wait like 10 weeks to get to the house. But like I jump on every steelbook that I enjoy, pre-order. That's it. I don't even care no more. I don't even need to go to the store because it's always sold out. And then when you ask the workers, they go, "Oh, they only gave us 5." And it's like, what? Like, that's crazy. 5 in the store?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, man. So, like, I pre-ordered the Judge Dredd. Oh, Dredd. Sorry,
okay.
Dredd.
Yep, Dredd.
Because that's my movie. That's my movie. My wife surprised me with the Dredd 4K slip, where I was going crazy looking for it, and she surprised me with it from Amazon. I was like, I just pre-ordered the slip. Let's do a book. So now I double dip. So now I got 2, which I don't mind because I love the movie anyway. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, that's crazy. Daniel said that his most expensive purchase was the Game of Thrones steelbook set. Jesus, that was like $250, right?
Yeah, it went up there in price.
You know, I would have purchased that if they would allow me to take the final season and traded it in for credit towards the box set. I'd be like, listen, can you take the final season and jack down the price a bit, and then we can continue going on. Tribor Gigolo says Nightmare on Elm Street is still the best horror franchise in my opinion. Do you agree with that?
I would say it's definitely my favorite. Matter of fact, hold on one second.
Uh-oh, he's gonna whip out some joint that I don't even know. Oh, he might whip out the glove. Like, whoosh. Hey, everybody, I'm Freddy. Let's see what we got here. Edgar says The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit are the most expensive in 4K. You know, I was not going to drop the amount of money on that. I'm going to wait till it drops a little bit more because I am going to buy the 3 Lord of the Rings, but my wife hates those. Uh-oh. Let's see what he's going to whip out from the blue. Uh-oh. What you got there?
Also, my favorite, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors.
That is badass, dude. That is badass. I like that.
I wish I could get it some signatures and stuff on it. That would be pretty nice.
Yeah, you got to wait for those horror conventions, man. I mean, if they ever open
most of that
up,
stuff usually happens up in New Jersey, man. Most of those conventions.
Where you from? Don't know. You have to give me whatever.
I'm in North Carolina. I go up to New York almost every summer.
You don't got conventions like Delaware or?
We've only got here in North Carolina. We've only got a comic book convention that comes every year. That's pretty big.
Okay. And you have like nobody, because I know Delaware, Bruce Campbell goes there a lot. And I'm like, I might drive to Delaware just to get my Evil Dead Necronomicon signed.
And my other favorite,
Monster Squad. Oh, look at that. That is nice, dude.
I love to get some autographs on that too.
Yeah, that's awesome. The only thing I got autograph is my well, I got a bunch of stuff. I got Steve Amell. I met Steve Amell from Arrow.
Okay, Arrow.
Yeah, he signed an 8-inch. I mean, I didn't know he was gonna be there, so I was like, "Holy crap!" And he signed his 8x10 photo of himself. And then I met Mulder and Scully, Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny, and they signed my X-Files season 1 DVD set. They didn't have Blu-ray at the time, so they went with the DVD. But yeah, I got that autograph. I met Tom Savini. He signed a Dawn of the Dead DVD special edition. So yeah, I called him Sex Machine and he started laughing. Let's see. Shout Factor needs to drop a but I think New Line owns.
Yeah, yep.
Right? So they're not gonna allow.
They're not gonna do it. Nope.
Yeah, they're not going to allow them to have the rights. But it's weird because it doesn't New Line own Halloween?
I do believe so.
Right? I thought New Line was Halloween. Didn't they come out with like a entire box set Shout Factory?
They did. Yep, they did.
Yeah,
one time.
so they got to work out the rights or something like that. They got to work out some rights. But yeah, I mean, expensive wise would be the stupid Friday the 13th impulse buy. That's the most expensive stuff. Yeah, horrible.
All right, so I know you big action junkie. I know we both got that in common. So my next question to you is, what's your favorite movie studio and or franchise that I guess isn't Ghostbusters?
Oh man, I love the Lethal Weapons. That's hands down. My wife hates it because if we're scrolling through the TV and that movie's on, I don't care where it is.
Watching it.
You're watching it from there on in, and she's like, "Oh, here we go again. Why?" But yeah, Lethal Weapon. I love the John Wicks. John Wick is my joint. I don't care what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. I will watch anything John Wick. Clint Eastwood. I'm a big Western, so I love the spaghetti Westerns. So I can see like the Good, Bad, and Ugly. A few dollars more. I think a few dollars less. I think that was the other one called. Pale White Rider. I think that was another one that he did. That was really good. The Unforgiven. Action. Oh man. I like Heat with Al Pacino and Val Kilmer.
Oh yes.
That was a big one. The Bournes. That's my joint. I love the Bournes. I love the Bournes. I'm a huge 007 fan. That's another one. MGM. RoboCop. That's another one I could watch forever. I'm pretty much like I said, like there's certain ones that I skipped because again, during those times, like the 90s, some of them I skipped over because again, I was playing music on like if I was playing on the road or whatever, I didn't get to see as much. Like The Professional, I never got to see. 94 because at that time I was playing music out, so I never heard of it or whatever. But like The Matrix, I'm not crazy with The Matrix. Like The Matrix 1 we revisited and I was like, all right, who cares? I mean, I remember at the time they're like, oh, right. Yep. I'm like, you watch it now, I'm just like, this is nothing. Then I can't sit 2 through and 3, and then they announced part 4, and I was just like, all right, it doesn't do nothing for me, but it does for a lot of people. A lot of people
2 more than I like 1.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. It had more. Those are the ones with the Phantom.
Yeah,
the
I like those 2 characters. Yeah, the twins. Yeah.
They should have been the main villain. I don't even know.
That would have been nice.
Yeah, I was like, those 2 would have been awesome. Neo versus those 2. That would have been a way crazy ending than the stupid other stuff we got. But yeah, like I enjoy stuff like that. I'm big on espionage films. That I'm very big on the espionage. So like we watched like I said, the Little Things we watched, that's a big crime. So I'm big on the crime thing, like the Sevens and
I love thrillers like that. Yeah.
So I'm big on those type of things. Like the Sherlock Holmes I like a lot. That's another like I wish they came out with more. I like the Robert Downey Jr. ones, those were cool. I like the one with Cumberbatch, Benedict Cumberbatch, the TV show from BBC.
Yeah. That
one is really good. You ever seen those? Oh, dude, you will love them. It's only 3 episodes a season and 1 hour each.
But that's how they do their stuff overseas. They make shorter seasons like that.
Dude, it's brilliant.
Yeah,
you give everybody 1 hour shows for 3 episodes, you're done. Like it is brilliant. And that one was good. The Bodyguard also was good. The TV show BBC Bodyguard. That was a really good one. But Van Damme movies, Hard Target was really big. I liked Hard Target a lot. That's a very good movie. Double Impact. I mean, now you watch these and they're corny, but they were still good. I mean, they were so good when I was young. Brandon Lee had Rapid Fire. That was an awesome movie. I just got that. That one I paid $40 for, but that one it was 1,000 of them made. So I don't know what number I got. I must have it in the case. But that was Twilight Studios. It's like 1,000 of them print. So that one I got on Amazon, and I was just like, you know what? I got to. Brandon Lee was good in that movie. I mean, it's mad 90s cheese, and got Speed with Keanu Reeves, Point Break. So I want
the original Point Break on 4K. I don't know why they gave us that sequel crap.
That oh my god, that
reboot.
prequel was
Yeah,
garbage.
that was garbage. We want the original.
I want Speed,
Yes.
Point Break, all in 4K transfer. Like, I don't care. Like we watched it. Actually, that was one of episode 5 or 6 in our podcast. You can check it out, the review on the movie review on our Levels of Geeks. And it still holds up, dude. It still holds up. Like, it holds up. Like, the action, the tense, the whole thing, it was just so perfect. Like, I was like, wow, this is crazy. This is a 90s movie, and you know what's going to happen, but you still, like, invested into the movie. You're like, wow. And then True Lies. I'm a big believer that True Lies needs to become coming out some format.
You know, and it's funny because I really always like that film. And as of recent, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about they want that on 4K. I am surprised that so many people really like that movie. I would have thought most people would have thought it was a little cheesy.
You know, it when you look at it, it's very, very, very cheesy. Like, you're like, oh, but it's just something about the script and the way it was shot and the chemistry between Bill Paxton and everybody.
Yep.
It was so great. And that's the thing I like about, I don't care. I mean, you can see Arnold Schwarzenegger's not in half of those action scenes. I mean, you can see it so clear on screen that it's some other dude in the fighting sequence. And it's like, okay, who cares? Like, in the 90s, everybody had a stunt double that was on screen. No one's Tom Cruise. Except Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan was like the first one at the 90s to do all that. With Rumble in the Bronx, and then it took over from there. He brought that style to the United States, like, you know, an actor doing his own stunts. But yeah, man, I agree. True Lies needs to come out already. I mean, but you know what? James Cameron's gonna hold on and keep flushing everybody's money with Terminator 2 remakes all over the place. So then you can do with that. So
all right. So I know you just talked about you were a big James Bond fan.
Yeah.
2020 brought us tons of delays, delay after delay after delay.
Yeah.
Looks like it's continuing into 2021, unfortunately. And of course, I'm sure you got the news that No Time to Die was pushed back again. Give us your final thoughts on this.
You know, it sucks because this is the final swan song for Daniel Craig. We're never going to see him again don the suit. And what sucks is that it's getting drawn so much back. And I feel like the hype is going to be so high when it finally comes out. I'm afraid that the movie might suck. Or not even suck. It might be like mediocre. And then people are going to talk crap about it. Like, I waited 2 years for this, man. Like, it's going to be like that with every movie. Every movie that comes out, it's going to be like that. Because you waited so long to get to this movie that you're going to be like, oh, this is mediocre. This is crap. And unfortunately, with No Time to Die, a lot of people are going to have a high standard for that movie. Yeah. I mean, from the trailer, I love the trailer. I went bonkers. I was like, this dude already got gadgets. And like, thank God we got gadgets already in the car because we didn't get to see that for a while in none of those damn Daniel Craig movies. Like, it was just a little bit here and there. Now, you got freaking Gatling guns out of the headlights. I was like, thank God. Like, woo. That's what I'm talking about, you know? And looks very action-packed. You know, you got Robbie Malek, which I believe he's Dr. No. That's my theory. I believe they're going to introduce... I believe they're going to introduce Bond's daughter, which is, I think, is Anna de Armas. I think she's going to be Daniel Craig's daughter that he never knew he had or something. But I'm like, I hope they don't go down that route because it's going to be like a lot of plot holes because it's like, when the hell did this happen? Like that's going to throw it off. And then that's when it's going to be a lot of people hating on the franchise. So that's just my theory. And then I'm happy that they put the girl from Captain Marvel. She's the first black woman 007. She takes. Yeah. I like that. I think it's genius. You know, I'm like, that is awesome because you know what? It brings people's asses to the seats to see how she is as 007. Now you're gonna have the racist assholes that are gonna be like, hey, no, you know, supposed to be. Yeah. But it's like, dude, it's just a number. She's not James Bond. She's just taking his title. Daniel Craig is Bond. He retired. So where do you think 007 is gonna go? It's gonna go to the next person that's qualified, and that's her. And I love it. So That's just me. I mean, I like it. Brilliant move. But yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to the chat real quick because I see a nice little question. You know, we talked in the back room before we started the live about something. So Triborough Gigolo has a question. He says, "Did you enjoy the little things? I found it to be boring without actually seeing a serial killer doing anything in the film."
All right. I just finished watching it before we went live. To be honest with you, I enjoyed it and I liked it. That's just me. I enjoyed it and I liked it. And not many movies you need to see a serial killer kill someone to enjoy the movie. You didn't see. I mean, you could quote me if I'm wrong here, but you didn't see Kevin Spacey killing people in 7 because he's already in jail talking to them. So guess what? That's a movie. He didn't kill nobody. So I mean, Triborough, you my man. I love you, man. But you cannot throw out statements like that because there's a lot of big movies that are famous, and that is one of them. That's the highest one there.
It is.
So, yeah, I liked it. What do you think of it?
Now, my first about 30 to 45 minutes into it, I was kind of seeing what Triborough was talking about because we talked about it earlier. So it was a little bit of a slow grind at the beginning. You know, I was waiting to see Jared Leto's character. We didn't get to see him till about the 54-minute mark of the movie. That was very surprising. I kind of understand why after watching the entire movie. I really like both Denzel Washington and Rami Malek's character. I thought Rami Malek did a very good job with his character. I was really into his character more than Denzel. And Denzel had the stronger role in the movie for most of the movie. And the way things was intertwining, I was kind of lost. Like, what's going on here? Who is the killer? Is it him? Is it not him? Is something different going on here? So it kept me wanting to watch more, even though I was kind of feeling like, okay, this may not end up as good as I thought. By the time I got to the end, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little lost with the story and what had happened and occurred throughout, and even what we saw from their previous occasions leading up to these kills. And that ending, I don't want to give anything away for anybody that didn't watch it, but the first thing I thought about when they went towards the end of the movie was the movie 7. They almost mirrored that same ending in 7. So that part, it kind of lost me. I was like, why would they do that? You know, you're copying another movie that we hold to a high standard. I don't know too many people that don't like 7. So that part kind of threw me off. But I thought out of 10, I would give the movie at least maybe a 8 to 8.5. I did enjoy it.
Yeah, and it's funny because like I rate my movies out of a 5 scale, you do through a 10, but I agree with you. Like if I had to rate it, I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5. I enjoy the actors. I mean, movies like this, you're there to watch the actors take you on this journey. I mean, if you're there to see someone get killed and stabbed, then I understand the trailer misled you way. It did mislead you, but if you watch the 7 trailer, it's the same trailer.
Yep.
Kevin Spacey, you see everything Gutland-y, and Morgan Freeman is talking, saying all the 7 sins and whatever the hell it is, and you see all that stuff. Like it's the same. You're right. It's the same. It's a modern movie of 7. It's basically that's what it is, and I enjoyed it. And it's funny though, the ending didn't confuse me, because I kind of figured out what was the point of it. Like, and I don't want to spoil it. Me and you could talk about it off air. Like our theories on it. And of course, I'll cover it on Monday because I know Nate is going to bring it up also, and we're going to cover it live on the show on Monday. But I enjoyed it. I thought you are absolutely Rami Malek was really good, but that freaking the freaking face, man. He looks like Freddie Mercury. I cannot. And my wife is like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like,
he would hold his mouth and stuff and just stand there looking. Yep.
I'm like, I cannot take his face. Like his face is, I want to punch his teeth in. Like it's just annoying. And she's like, "But that's how he is. Like he has an upper bite. He has a lip thing." And I was like, "Are you serious?" And I'm like, now watching him on screen, an excellent actor. I'm not saying he's terrible. It's just that it's like it drives me nuts. And I know seeing No Time to Die is gonna drive me even more nuts because of that face. He's real.
And look, I even loved the bits and pieces we got with his family, with his wife. Like you could tell she knew something's going on here with my family.
Down. Yeah, he's breaking down. Yeah.
Even in the end scenes, you know, I was like, wow, this turned out to be not as quite as suspenseful that I wanted it to be, but it was a really good film.
It is, and it's what's crazy about it. It takes, like for me, it took the emotion of somebody working in that type of situation, the emotion roller coaster, because you saw it. Robbie Malek in the beginning of the movie, and I'm not going to spoil nothing, but in the beginning, Trevor alluded to it. He was very cocky. We're going to find this guy. We're going to do this. You know what I mean? We're going to, find the killer. We're going to put him to justice, and Denzel's character was like him. He knew exactly what was going to happen. And that's why I love those two chemistries, because Denzel was a seasoned detective. And he's trying to tell him, like, don't, my famous, but I'm saying my famous line. No, the great line in the movie, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about it because I don't want to spoil it. The great line in the movie is when Denzel tells him, when they were staking out, when they went on the stakeout, he said, with serial killers or crime, it's like fishing. You got to wait until they bite on the hook before they take the bait. Like, you can't be going, just pulling the thing out, because what happens is you're going to lose them because they already know. You just got to dangle it, give them enough and let them slip. And that's what he was trying to tell them. And of course, you'll see throughout what unfolds. And that is, that is pretty much, that's pretty much the gist of this movie. Like, there's like, take your time solving crimes. Don't rush to get the killer. You have to see every avenue before you. And that's what I loved about this movie. Like, that is what I liked.
Yeah, because Denzel's character, he was putting himself into some weird situations to help solve the crimes.
For him, because he knew. He
has
knew
to.
Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, that's something we could talk at the end. I don't want to spoil it even more.
And then, of course, there was nice little bits and pieces to break down the meaning of the movie. And you would hear Denzel say the line, "It's the little things." And, it really brought things together.
Yeah, it did.
So I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So
excellent movie.
So looks like that was good time spent watching a movie. HBO Max giving us a bunch of movies that's supposed to come in theaters for a very good price if we're having to pay for it. I used the trial, so I'll try to watch as much content off this trial up until Justice League comes out, and then I guess I have to pay for it or whatever just to watch that. But Netflix doing the same thing. I believe they're trying to do a new movie or something coming out every week. So it's giving us something to watch. We know everything may not end up being good and worth our time. So my next question to you is wrong question.
Most expensive movie in the country.
Last movie you felt you wasted time watching.
Oh, Jesus. Wasted time watching. Oh, damn. That's a good one. Let me see. The last movie I saw, Dread. I'm trying to think of all the movies I saw that I was like, oh, Flash Gordon. And not because it's a horrible movie. I haven't seen this movie since I was like a kid. And I repurchased it and I was like, okay, let me rewatch it for the, for the review and stuff. But it's not good. It's not a good movie. Like, it's not, man. I was sitting there and I was like, this is not good. The next movie, if it's okay if I say it, because there was actually two movies. Wonder Woman 84 was a piece of shit. That was a waste of my time.
I still haven't watched it. I think I'll go ahead and watch it while I'm on this free trial.
I'm going to be honest with you, dude. It's a piece of crap. I did not like it at all. It was horrible. I couldn't stand it. That is a waste of movie. I'd rather see Flash Gordon. Oh, yeah, see? Yeah. I'd rather see Flash Gordon tied up than Wonder Woman. Like, ugh.
Wow, yeah. Unpopular opinion coming up right here. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I think he meant the Tim Burton.
Oh, okay. If that's what he meant.
Yeah, because Willy Wonka would be the movie, the one everyone loves. Is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
So I think he meant the Tim Burton one. Yeah, that was wasteful too. I wasn't too crazy with that one. What movie you watched that was a waste of time?
I would say the last one that Netflix put out with Anthony Mackie. Forget the name of it, but I did not enjoy that movie. It was kind of boring. I felt myself getting on
Dozing
my phone
off?
and just doing other stuff, not paying attention to what's going on.
Yeah.
But I definitely say that movie. Just can't remember the name of it because it wasn't very entertaining to me.
Can't remember the movie.
Let's see. So what's the last movie you've purchased?
Last movie I purchased was Grease and The Professional in 4K.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And I know we have questions that, most people like to try to find out because, one thing I get on my channel a lot is, hey, what player do you use? What TV do you have? Do you recommend me buying this or that? And I'm like, I'm not really the tech guy. I can kind of lead you in somewhat the right direction, but I'll give you choices so you can figure it out. I'm not just going to tell you because I don't like, telling people what to do with their money. But my question to you, just give us what's your current home theater setup if you don't mind letting us know.
I just brought a Sony A8H, the Master Series OLED.
Yes.
I have that. I have a Sony Atmos soundbar. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and then the blue player is a Sony player. So yeah. That's my watch. That's how I watch. So I mean that's the way I see it. And to me, I don't need to go to the theater. Like I tell everybody, everyone's like, oh, I want the theater, but like, you know what? You can purchase stuff and make your home into a theater. Yeah. And you don't have to.
I certainly agree, man. It's getting to the point. Your home theater is just as good as the movie theater. I mean, unless you just want to get out and have that experience of a bigger room, a bigger screen, and having the popcorn and stuff like that, then go for it. But at this point, the way that the technology that we have, the picture's a lot cleaner because your screen, of course, isn't that big. So there's a lot of processing that's got to happen to clean up that picture for you. So it's probably just better to sit at home and watch it. It's more comfortable and costs you less.
Pause it.
Yeah.
No, I mean I agree. Look, I enjoy it. It's and it's cool to review. So I could just buy it, put it in review, like, oh cool, like the WandaVision. So when it's on that,
let's talk about
that retro view, and then it expands itself. It looks awesome on the TV because it heightens all that crap. So it's like, oh, all right, that's cool. What do you want to talk about? Hey, what's up, 4K media guy?
Yeah, that's actually at least by maybe I'm thinking April, May, if possible. I mean, I can do it right now if I really wanted to, but I want to go to the OLED. I keep saying, like I said earlier, I don't like spending money. I get sticker shock very easily, and a lot of times I'd be like, "What's the point of me buying a TV that costs $2,000?" But now I'm getting to the point where I really want it, so I'm like, I might as well just treat myself at some point. And I know once you get it, you're probably not going to want to go back to anything below that. That's the problem.
Well, yes, and then second, I brought that for cheap. My Sony Master Series A8H, it was Black Friday. And they were normally 2,500 or something like that because I got the 65-inch. So it was 2,500, but they were on sale for $17.99. And I was like, hell yes, I'm going to be purchasing it. And my wife was like, all right. Because my son broke the TV in my living room before it. Like I had a Sony A1A or something crap like that. It was great to watch, but my son has autism and he banged it by mistake and he cracked the screen. So I was like, all right, I gotta get another one. So I did a lot of research and then I got the Sony A8H.
Back in November, a friend of mine, he was asking me about TVs and stuff, so I talked him into getting the LG C10. So I even want that or the G10 now. And I'm like, I done talked him into it, but I don't even want to spend that amount of money. But he ain't have no problem wanting to spend it. So, I just let him know, you want to get the PlayStation 5 and all that. You want the better TV. You want specs for future proof and all that. Go ahead with something of that caliber. So he pulled the trigger on it. So now it's about my turn to do it.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's up to you. You know, one thing I gotta tell people: you don't have to buy like a $25,000 TV to enjoy your movies. It's whatever you expect. It's whatever you can see in your eye.
Everybody's vision is different, so it's not gonna look the same.
Yeah, if I buy a $6,000 screen and you come over to my house and you go, "Hey, dude, that looks like a piece of crap," and I'm like, "Yo, dude, this looks like IMAX. Like, what are you talking about?" It's all about it's all about your eye, and I calibrate my TVs. Like I calibrate it right before I do everything. I calibrate, like I let it do the 100-hour.
Right.
Yeah.
Supposed to let it
do all that crap and all that, and once I do all that, I calibrate it, and now it's Gucci. I'm like, I'm good. But, you know, not many people could afford this stuff, and I'm okay. It's okay. It's not showing off. It's just,
exactly.
You know, it's what you could afford. If you could buy yourself a Vizio 4K TV, hey, go for it, because it's still going to give you that great picture. Some people want the Sony. Some people want the LG. Some people want Samsung. Hell, my bedroom TV is a Samsung Q, whatever the hell it is. It's not a Sony. I like Sony's as my main visual TV to watch movies. You know, people got their brands. I like, you know, Sony's more realism. Was it the realism colors and all that?
Right.
Whereas Samsung is more like warmth on their screen. It's like more warmer. It's not popping in your face colors. It's more of a warm. Yeah, and then you got the Sonys that are like so bright, and when it's white, and you're like, oh, like what's wrong with you? Because it's like realism, sun, and all that crap. But yeah, that's what I say on that.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. It's definitely time for an upgrade. I don't know if it'd be TV. It may just be audio, but it's definitely time for me to upgrade.
Yeah.
What about your setup that you have here for doing your podcast? I know a lot of people, you know, whether they're getting into YouTube or something like that, you know, what camera setup do you use, your mic and all that?
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people,
I know you spend a lot of money on it.
I invested a lot of money. I will say, if I have to grand total everything, I will say 25 grand and above. Yeah, in terms of, but that's not all in one shot. Don't think I went to all these stores like, hey, let's get some, you know,
fill this card out.
Yeah, fill this out. It's throughout the years I purchase things here and there, 2 or 3 items a year that I think will progress with the channel. So I used to do a podcast first. It was called Dynamic High. And I got the mics. Like my original mic was this was my original mic that I did podcasting with, which is amazing. Like anybody, I'm telling you, the Helm, I think it's the Helmer PR40. Great microphone. Amazing microphone. Really good. Then I started to watch all the sports channels, because you know how it is when you watch sports and you see them on TV. And I saw this microphone, right? And my friend is an audio engineer. I said, yo, what microphones they using on the screens? And he goes, oh, that's a Shure, 7B. That's the Michael Jackson Thriller microphone, because this is what he recorded with Thriller. That's why they call it the Michael Jackson microphone, because this is the microphone he used for Thriller. So I said, yeah, all right. So next thing you know, it's $400. I said, oh crap. So saved, purchased. Then throughout the year, I started to I run a 4K camera for the lives, which you saw the battery died. I don't know why I forgot to plug it in. I think that's what it was. But I have a 4K camera when I'm live, but I don't broadcast in 4K. I broadcast in 720 because my co-hosts don't have that much bandwidth to pump out. And that's another thing. You got to have really good bandwidth if you want to sound good and look good. So I got the Verizon. Like someone says CNN. Yeah, I got the CNN network up in this piece. I got internet at 1 tera, whatever the hell it is, 900 megabytes per second, whatever it is. I got my computer. I have an iMac Pro. That's my most expensive thing because I know I'm into graphics. I love doing Photoshop. I love doing my videos and all that stuff. I got a compressor, a real compressor. That's actually that's what I'm running through absolutely now. If you hear my voice change, that's what I've been I forgot to turn it on. So now you hear me on my on my actual compressor on. And then I have the roles thing, and I have a lot. You know, I spend a lot. You know, and look, I even have like to edit my movies. I have a dongle to cut quick and everything. So I do spend a lot of money. But you don't need all this. I always go over and beyond. Because that's the way I want to produce Levels of Geeks like a radio style show Mondays and Wednesday, where, you know, give you photos or videos, or, you know, make you feel comfortable when we're live watching stuff. So yeah, it's expensive. It's an expensive hobby, to be honest with you. Then I got my PS5 right next to me. So when I game stream, when I play my PS5 live, when I play the Valhalla, I have that here. But yeah, I mean, it's expensive, but you know, what can you do?
And you're streaming that's exclusively here on YouTube, correct? Are you also on Twitch?
I do so it's basically exclusive on YouTube, but then I Twitch also, just to have a Twitch page, because, you know, this is what the cool kids have this time. So I was like, all right, let me just open up a Levels of Geeks on Twitch also. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's Levels of Geeks throughout the whole thing, and like I said, I enjoy doing what I do pretty much every weekend and week out.
Okay, well, let's get into a few comments in the chat here before we get into the last question and we get out of here for the night. 4K Media guys asking, did you guys pick up They Live 4K?
I did. Where is it? It's over here. These are the movies I still have to watch. I got Prince of Darkness.
Nice.
Cloverfield I got for $10 on Amazon.
Yeah. Glad you got the slip.
I didn't get the slip.
Oh, there's no slip? Oh, okay.
No, man. I'm like, you know how I am. I mean, I'm not gonna go crazy for it.
Yeah.
But I got Collateral because of David. So I was like, I
still haven't watched mine.
I never.
Everybody asked me when I bought it. They was like, "Oh, you sure you wanted to buy that? It didn't look good on Blu-ray." I was like, it was part of the buy two get one free on Target. So
yeah. So I got Mad Max, which is gonna be next week's review, and then They Live. I haven't watched it yet. We're gonna watch it hopefully this week. We're gonna review that too. But
They Live was definitely one that I was waiting on a price drop for. Thing about that, of course, it is better to go ahead and pick up movies at full MSRP, I guess. Of course, that lets them know that, you know, the collectors are still out here. We're willing to purchase when it comes out on day one. So that community is here. We want to keep it thriving. But, you know, sometimes, like, if it just doesn't fit you and what you really like to have on your shelf, of course, wait for a price drop. So that's something that I am waiting on a price drop. Did I like the movie? Yeah. But, you know, not that much. I just wanted to go out day one and pick it up. I didn't want to be that guy, like Alex talked about earlier. Got to have it, post that picture, get that video out for the views. So I'm waiting on that one.
Yeah. And, you know, and that's the thing is like, like I did this because I enjoyed the movie, and I know for a fact that these type of Scream Factory are always gone when you go back the following week. So I was like, I told my wife, I said, you know what, I'm gonna have to jump on these old movies because I was like, we never find like the other ones that you want. You know what I mean? Like you walk into a store and you go, I'll pick it up next week, and then by next week it's gone. But and I totally agree with you. If this is not your bread and butter, wait. You know, because you can still order it online before like it goes away. But I understand you. You don't want to be a poser. You just don't want to, you know, you got it and just pose and go, hey, I got it, and throws it up, you know, back there, and you never see it again. So I totally understand. To be honest with you, I totally get it.
And Triborough Gigolo says, have you ever bought a Blu-ray or 4K that you had to replace?
Oh, plenty of times. I always watch my disc because I always have a fear that something's wrong with it. It happened all the time. Mask of Zorro, I had to go back and take the disc because the disc was messed up. When because I'm a big believer, like you have to watch them. Like you can't buy a movie and stick it in your damn collection, and then when you put it on to watch, it doesn't work. It
doesn't work, yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go to the store and buy another one and then switch it back? Like that's stupid. Like that's a dumb thing to do. So yeah, I'm a big believer in that. I had plenty of movies like that. I had Mask of Zorro. Oh, geez, what was the other ones? Zombieland, the 4K Zombieland was one of those. Wonder Woman, the original one, I had to do that. Ghostbusters, the 40-year anniversary or the 30, like the one with the steel book, the hard to find steel book one. That one didn't work. I had to switch that out, and I was like, oh. And then then you got people go, oh, but you got like 8 copies of it in 4K. I'm like, that's not the point. I paid for that disc to work because that disc comes with deleted scenes that the other disc don't have.
Yeah.
So that's my things. But yeah. You had
For
any problems?
Me, the one I haven't, my biggest problem has always been shipping through Amazon. Some reason when I get stuff from Amazon,
It's broken.
either the case is broken, the slip case is just crumbled, or it's always something wrong with Amazon. My Rambo First Blood Part 2 was the worst. It was broken. The case was broken in pieces when I got it. It looked like somebody just grabbed the side of the slip cover and just crushed it. I was so upset. I never contacted them or anything. I'm sure they'd probably send me another one if I did. Yeah. But the only movie in my collection I found out when I bought a standalone 4K player, because I was usually just using the Xbox. But Pacific Rim does not work for some strange reason in my 4K player. And I love that movie, but I haven't went back to replace it. I probably will at some point because I do love watching Pacific Rim.
Yeah, like it's crazy because I had the same problem. Atomic Blonde, I picked it up on Amazon, came with the top broken. And I'm like, you know what? I could replace it with a crappy 4K movie I got, slip it out, I'm good to go. Then I was like, you know what? No, I paid $10 for that crap. Let me freaking. So I tell Amazon sends me another one, and it came broken again in the same spot. I'm like, what the hell? So yeah, this is frustrating.
So I'm gonna show you.
There you go.
This is Rambo. This is how broke it was.
What?
Look at that.
Oh, dude, I will send that shit back.
Corner of it.
Yeah, dude.
That light might be too bright. Corner of it right here is all broke.
Dude, send it back, bro.
The slip case, I don't know if you can see it, but it's
I can see it right there.
All right here, you can see the line going down. Looks like somebody just took their finger and just crushed it. It was like that when I opened it up. I was so upset.
Yeah, that's that bull. Oh my god, that will fury. I would be like, listen, lady, or whoever, send my shit, a brand new one. But the thing is that you're gonna have to keep that slip cover because you don't know if you're gonna get another slip cover. Exactly. So I mean, I'll say get me a replacement disc and keep the slip cover. Worst comes to worst, send that one back.
4K Media Guy says they just announced a direct sequel to Cloverfield. Yes, I saw that. And I can say Cloverfield was really good. 10 Cloverfield Lane really surprised me. Love that movie as well. I actually have the 4K. I just still haven't watched it for some strange reason. I'm definitely, now that I'm thinking about it, I may watch it tomorrow because there's no football. So Sundays are open again. So I'll probably give that a watch. And I'm looking forward to a Cloverfield sequel if they do it correctly. I know they've had that paradox. I started watching it, couldn't watch it, turned it off.
That was the Netflix thing, right?
Yeah.
That was not good.
No.
I could not back that. I was like, oh Lord. The first Cloverfield, I've seen like a few times. I don't remember much. That's why I had to buy it again because I was like, you know what, 4K. Now they do the sequel. Hey, never know. I never seen the 3 Clover Lane, whatever the hell it is. Never seen it. I might pick it up at 4K to watch it.
Really good. Yeah, definitely, man. It is a really good movie.
Yeah,
still doesn't do much in the way of like seeing the monster or anything like that. But
it's like them in the bunker.
Development and things like that is really, really good. You gotta watch it. Even if you don't buy it on 4K, maybe you just want to buy it on 4K because it's the better quality. Feel like you might it's $10 right now still, I believe, as well. So
I might pick that up then. Throw it in my whenever I see $10 now, I'll just throw it in the I don't have it. Throw it in and watch it.
I was at Walmart yesterday. I almost did that on movies that I really didn't watch. I saw like Baywatch, and I think it was a couple other movies they had for $9.96, but I was like, oh, let me not do it. I don't want
I'm not gonna do it with Baywatch. That has to go down to like $2.
Yeah,
and then I'll pick that up. Or where Terminator is at $7.
Yeah, $7.50.
Yeah.
4K Media Guy says, does Screen Factory drop prices, especially on 4Ks?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No. Maybe during Halloween, they do their special big Halloween drop on all their stuff. But you know what? So many people are glued to that Halloween sales that those things be sell out before the damn thing goes up. So like that's why I was encouraging 4K. If he really wants the day lift, get it because you never know. You might not even find it with the slip. So
yeah, because I think you know the good thing about that movie, it had already came out overseas, so that kind of helped some of the products still sit on shelves here in the U.S. because I'm sure they do the same thing over there. They get stuff shipped to them like we get stuff from Zavi and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know it's funny. I got the Fog and Escape from New York from overseas.
Off the Zavi sale.
Zavi. Yeah, no, Amazon bologna sandwich. It was Amazon. UK. But then I was like, I'm never doing that again because it's so expensive to ship to Jersey. I think those two alone was like $75 because of the fees and the custom fees and then all that stupid crap. And I'm like, oh hell no. I did the Zavi for a few of them. Some of my DC steel books because I'm a big DC fan. I don't care about the movies stink, but I'm always gonna back my DC movies. So they had like the comic book cover drawn, which I skipped out at the time in the US, and they had it again and I said, let me just get it. And then I took out the disc and I put the 4K from the US in it. Funny,
before we just started the show, before I had text you the link and everything, I started watching the DC show Titans.
Okay.
Is that any good? I didn't hear many people ever really talk about it.
So I seen the first season of Titans. I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought it was very dark and, but I never seen season 2. A lot of people enjoy season 2 and a lot of people don't. It's really up to you because, it's funny whenever it comes out to DC shows or movies, you already know that damn thing is a decisive. People say the thing sucks and then people think it's the best thing, since sliced bread. I enjoyed it for what it was. That's I like the first season. I'm gonna continue watching. Now that HBO Max has the TV shows too, I will definitely try to catch up on it. Maybe rewatch the first season of it. Doom Patrol was really good too. I enjoyed Doom Patrol. I thought it was pretty cool. Just never had time to finish it. TV shows are hard to watch.
They are.
When if you're in our thing of business of what we do week in and week out, it's hard to sit down and watch a TV show that's held like 20 episodes.
Yeah, it is.
So much movie to review. Then you got to set up your show for the week. Then you got some other stuff, priorities. Me and you have kids. So it's like, when the hell can we sit down and watch these gritty type shows? Because they're gritty. The Boys is very gritty. So when the hell can you see that in front of anybody? Oh, yeah. Hands down. I love that. I love it too.
And it's funny because when they first presented that was coming out, I thought it looked a little cheesy, but I knew I wanted to watch it. Yeah. So, I was kind of torn. I was like, oh, I hope this does not end up bad and cheesy like I thought. But when that first episode, when his name is
Dennis Quaid's son,
A-Train, when he came running and made it explode, I was like, okay, it's on from here. I gotta watch this.
For me, it was it sold me the minute I saw Kurt Urban's name. I love him as an actor. There's something about I loved him in Star Trek. Of course, he's my Dredd. No one can replace him as Dredd. That's my dude. But yeah, that's pretty much the way it is, So that's my dude. But yeah, I love The Boys, man. Once I saw him do his stuff, I was like, hell yeah, But yeah.
4K Media Guy says, have you ever buy a movie for a slip cover you needed, then return the movie back without the slip?
All the time. All the time. All the freaking time. If the movie don't work, it's going back without the slip. Because I know it's not coming in with the slip. I know I'm never getting the slip. So.
Wow. All right. Vincent Smith says Panasonic is the best 4K player. I think I've heard that, especially now that Oppo is not in the discussion anymore.
Yeah, and, I don't know. I think they all looked great.
Yeah, that's another thing to me. I'm just kind of like, regardless, if you're gonna buy the 4K player, then you got to kind of have a TV that's also still gonna give you that same presentation because as the tech goes up in those, you need your TV's tech to go up as well. So
Right.
you're kind of doing yourself a disservice by buying the cheapest 4K TV with a good 4K player.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, it's funny because it's the same thing with the PlayStation 5, right? When you buy the PlayStation 5, they go, oh, you got to get a Sony TV because Sony invented the technology. It's like, no, you don't. You just need to get a TV that looks fucking good and that could play the damn thing without latency. Like, I mean, you want good latency on the damn thing. Like, I mean, I like Sony's. Like I said, I enjoy Sony TVs, but there's other brands out there that put out better TVs too.
Yep.
It's not just one company. So just because Sony invented the 4K disc doesn't mean that it's a, say or be all with Sony.
Yeah, I think most people get caught up in the price. Oh, if it's this expensive, then it must be the best. And that's not true. Those TVs in those price ranges have the same issues as a $700 TV.
Yeah.
So you win some, you lose some. They also get blooming, vignetting in the corners, dead pixels. It's all the same. And most of the screens come from the same companies anyway.
Right. And I mean, the only thing difference is between all the TVs is that what chip is inside to generate those pictures. Now, Sony's going to put their imaging processing the best ones, and that's why they look good. You're like, holy crap. And then you have Samsung that has their best chip in their quantum, whatever, liquid 4K crap that they're trying to sell with. And then, LG has their chip that makes it look stunning, and it all depends on what company you enjoy and what your eyes see, and you think it's
how much you're willing to pay. Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Robert Makes the Cut says the Wizard of Oz 4K didn't work for me. I got an exchange for it. Oh, definitely suggest everybody give that at least a watch in 4K, even if you don't want to own it. It's spectacular for a movie its age.
You're the one who got me to buy that one. Because you kept telling me, you're like, yo, you got to get it. And then when I got it, I literally was like, you ain't lying. That thing is so clear.
Even if you don't want to buy it, go on YouTube and pull up the clips in 4K. It is amazing.
Yeah.
Jose says, I used to work at FedEx. I've seen what happens to packages. Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah, they step on it to go on top of a shelf or something. It's like, oh, I need you to send a step on.
Vincent says he has over 500 4K movies with no problem. Alex, do you know how many movies total you have in your collection?
I could open that up right now. I have a collections thing here, numbers. I'll tell you exactly my number. 3,495 movies.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah,
man,
and that's because it's a lot. Well, the thing is, there's not 3,000 behind me because, again, like I was telling everybody, most of that collection and everything is DVDs, and I'm starting to put them all in the attic. I'm putting them away because honestly, most of the movies that I enjoy and that I have are getting converted to 4K, 4K Blu-rays. So yeah. Oh, I love the Titan show. You see?
Yeah. Chris Morrow says, "What's up, guys? Hope all is well. 4K D-rated. How is Unhinged? I saw you picked it up. I haven't given it a watch yet. Today I wanted to really sit down and watch movies, but my mom came over and my sister, so I spent time with them. And then once I finished with that, I said, okay, let me sit down and watch a movie. Talk to Triborough Gigolo. I said, okay, I've been waiting on the little things, so I have to watch this before this show, just in case I want to talk about it. Or, I started seeing that reviews were all over the place. Some people just absolutely loved it. Some people were saying it was not good, so I definitely had to watch that. So that's what I watched. So I will be giving Unhinged a watch tomorrow. I've heard so many people say good things about it, so I am very eager to give that a good first watch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna pick that out because a lot of people said that's on my wheelhouse also of action movie, like weird action movie. So, what's his question now? Where
Vincent says, yeah, no.
You know where he was? He was in episode 2?
Yeah,
that's where he is. If you want to catch his interview, that's episode 2. Yeah,
go back and catch the replay. Give me an extra click on that one.
Yeah, give him a like for that video. But yeah, that's where he is. All right, let's see. I never can catch these because of the kids' bedtime routines, but like the content, keep it up. It is what it is, guys. Man, I'm telling you, like I would love to see other TV shows, but it's so hard because I'm always in front of my computer trying to make the best live shows I can Mondays and Wednesdays. And then the content that we review throughout the week, I have to watch those first before I watch anything TV show or whatever. WandaVision, I got to watch it because I'm doing the talking TV stuff with them, and I got to keep up with it just in case they hit me with curveballs throughout the live. Now I'm like, oh, I didn't see episode 4, but that's like the only thing that I try to watch. Are you gonna watch that Lewis and Clark? I mean, what is it? I'm sorry.
So you're
Lewis
a
and
big,
Superman?
you're a DC fan.
Yeah.
Now I didn't know about the show.
Mhm.
A friend of mine, he sent me the link to it. Didn't tell me what it was. I pulled it up and saw it, and then I was like, okay, I think I heard them say that they wanted to put something in production again, as far as that storyline. So I watched it. It didn't do anything for me. I didn't walk away feeling like, oh, I got to see this. Some of the action scenes look cool, but I don't know his name that's playing Superman. I wasn't sold on his look.
I'm with you there. I was not big with him, even when they introduced him in Supergirl. Because I watched the first season of Supergirl. Because, I mean, again, I'm a big DC, so I give the first seasons of every show a shot. Regardless if I TiVo it and then I catch it throughout. I give every show one shot. Granted, I haven't seen Black Lightning. I haven't seen Stargirl because I just lost it. And I said, I'm done with this crap. But the Superman, when I saw it, I said, okay, this is very Zack Snyder Man of Steel shots in this movie.
Yes.
I mean, sorry, in this TV show. And it's the same Henry Cavill Superman suit they put on the show. And I'm like, so I put what is it called? I TiVo'd it. So when it premieres, I'm going to give it a shot. Granted, I started watching Batwoman season 2. I like her as Batwoman. I think she's great. But the same thing happens throughout those shows. The writing is atrocious.
Yes.
She's an amazing actress. She's way better than Ruby Rose. But the script is god-awful. And if they want that show to continue going, they need to rewrite these damn scripts. It is corny. It does not work the mold of what they're trying to do with that Ryan Ryder character. They're trying to make her serious, but the world that she's around sucks. Like, it's horrible. But with this Superman, I'm going to give it a shot. But him having 2 kids, I don't know about that. Because no one's seen Superman with kids except in the comic books, and I don't know how that works. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And I'm with you though. I don't like the Lois Lane. She looks weird. The chick that plays Lois. I was like, ugh, weird. Robert makes the cut. I got a 70-inch. Look at that. Woo! Robert don't play. He got a Quantum Vizio. That's another thing. He said it right there. Those two things right there.
Yep.
To everybody out there, Dolby Vision, HDR10. Samsung does not support Dolby Vision. Just to let you guys know, and don't say, oh, Alex is full of shit. You can look it up. You can spend $6,000 on your Samsung TV. Maybe they started doing it now, but Samsung does not support Dolby Vision. So,
dude, I was so upset when one day I just happened to go on. I like the Jack Ryan TV series. So
I didn't like season 2 came,
yeah, it was not as
good
as
that.
one.
We could talk about that, but go ahead. Get to your point.
So I pulled it up and I click on it. You know, I'm not looking at the caption head and I'm just ready to watch it. So I'm like, hold up, picture quality doesn't look as good. I didn't know Amazon dropped Dolby Vision because I guess about the rights and how much they're paying for it and everything. They dropped it. I was so upset by that. I think Dolby Vision is a game changer.
Yes, it is.
Things look a lot different. Sometimes to me, it gives it more of a like an orangish tint comes off to it for me.
Yeah.
But I can definitely tell the difference when my TV switches to Dolby Vision content, and I love it.
Yeah, see, with Adobe Vision, it throughout the content, whatever they're shooting will have like the orange tint. Like, let's say, because Jack Ryan is very army, so they're gonna give you that sepia, whatever it's called, like the sepia color.
Yeah. Yep.
Or if it's like Game of Thrones, you got that blue. cool color, so it'll be popping on screen on it. But Jack Ryan, because I love the Jack Ryan Tom Clancy movies. I could talk about that forever. But with that, this first season, I'm all up in it. I'm like, yeah. This is what I'm talking about. He meets his wife. They're friends, and now they're becoming lovers. And I'm like, yes. Season 2, I'm like, where's Kathy? Where did she go? And now so he starts to make love. I mean, kissing another woman. I'm like, oh, hell no. I said, that's it. I went on Twitter and I wrote to Amazon. I said, you better fix this shit if you want this season to continue going, because people do not like that at all. Everyone knows from the movies, the books, Kathy is his stone. Everyone knows that.
And was it different writers this season or something? Because it just was not the same.
It was not. His fighting style was weird. Like in the first one, he was hand to hand, and then this one he became mad action packed. I was like, wait a minute, the dude he's an analyst. Like he knows a little bit hand to hand. You saw it in the first season. He knows how to fight someone, but he gets his ass kicked. He knows how to shoot, but he's not a sharpshooter. Like this one, I'm not. I wasn't too. So I'm with you, man. I did not like season 2 at all. And if you notice, they haven't talked about a season 3 ever since they got rid of Kathy's character. A lot of people were pissed off about that. So yeah.
Right. Well, here goes a comment you might like. I watched Dead and Tombstone today on Blu-ray. Cheese, but decent digital picture and a few recognizable characters and zombies.
I never seen that.
Have you heard of that one?
I never heard of that. That looks like a low budget $2 bin style movie.
Might have to pull up a trailer or something and see exactly what that one is. He also said, recently finished Dexter complete series with his wife. Now watching The Tudors as our new series, both on Blu-ray. I have a rule to try to watch my disc and not stream. But yeah, let's talk about that. Streaming versus disc. We can touch on that just a little bit here.
Physical. Yeah.
Yeah, physical all day.
Oh my God. Yo, what? Look, dudes, if you really want Ken, why don't you just go to Ken's?
Go to Ken's channel.
Yeah,
he's got new content he just pushed out today.
Yeah, it could be him going to the grocery store for all I care. Like, what? Ken every 2 seconds. He's not part of what we're talking about.
Yeah, no controversy here, Vincent. Just keep it calm.
Yeah, I mean, it's not controversy. I'm not mad or nothing, but it's just like every week. It's like where the dude hasn't been on the channel since October. Like, what the
I can just feel his troll comment. So
yeah, it's like, geez. See, I boot. Like if it I gave people the power on the levels of Geeks to boot people like that, because it's like, dude, you haven't seen him. Yeah, just boot people because that's stupidity. Where is he? He's home. Watch his videos. All right, here we go. Streaming, DVD, Blu-ray. Honestly, I will go with lately I haven't been mining it, dude.
Yeah. And it's funny. I'm gonna tell you what, before I used to be like, okay, I don't want to stream anything. What started to make me change my mind is Disney Plus. The more I've started watching content with like The Mandalorian and other stuff that's been coming out on there, or going back and maybe just not wanting to go get my disc and putting on a Avengers movie or something on there. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, it really doesn't look that bad. And the more shows and movies that's coming out on Netflix, you have no choice but stream it anyway.
Yeah.
So the content's not bad. Of course, we're going to clean it up a little bit more, but it's not as bad as I thought. I can deal with it.
And the sound. I mean, the sound is going to sound 100 times better on disc than when you're pushing out. But I agree with you. Wonder Woman 84 looked really good on. I mean, I am going to purchase it on disc, but it looked great, dude. Even the IMAX scenes looked like IMAX. Like my screen produced the best quality picture that they gave me. 4K, Dolby Atmos sound. That's what you got. And I agree with you. Now, I am a physical person. I'm a physical media person. But if there is movies that I think I want and I want to purchase it on digital, I don't mind it no more, because, your TVs will upscale it to the best picture quality anyway. So it's not going to look as crappy anymore.
So Chris Morrow says, Dead and Tombstone is Danny Trejo. Imagine Machete with 6-shooter, spurs, cowboy hats, and a little undead action. Actually, does not sound like a bad time.
It doesn't sound like it. Sounds like a great action movie, but cheesy. But yeah, like I think, with your TV, any TV now is producing the upscale digitals now. WandaVision looked really good.
Oh my gosh, the
You know how
newest
good that looks?
episode 4.
It looks like a movie.
Yeah.
I was like, holy crap! I was watching a movie on like. You're right. Something with Disney Plus, man. There's something that they're doing with their conversions that it looks really good. Like you don't need to go. And you know what? HBO Max, the little things look phenomenal on my screen.
Yes, it did.
Like I thought I put on a disc.
Because I was never a fan of Game of Thrones, so at some point I need to watch that. And I said, okay, let me pull that up, even though it's streaming. You know, while I got this 14-day trial, let me watch as much as possible that I can. So I'm eager to see what that looks like from a streaming standpoint. I don't know what the resolution, if it's in 4K or anything.
No, 4K season. I think there are in 4K because I think that's what they're selling, the 4K disc.
Yeah.
Now. So yeah, I think you will get it.
Because I know the disc didn't come with digital codes, I believe, in that collection. Nope. So
they're not giving that out. They're like, you suckers want it, you got to pay for HBO Max. Alex, when are you streaming games again? I'm going to try to shoot for Monday morning. With the Valhalla, I'm gonna try, but I'm gonna try to do it Fridays and sometimes Saturdays when my wife is sleeping. I go on for an hour and play live. But I will play again Valhalla. All right, I used to get physical copies of movies, but then I started to run out of room and started to get digital. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I totally understand it. It can get overwhelming at times having all this stuff in a room, and just having those digital copies is just so much easier. Of course, you run the risk of them taking it down at any given moment. You can lose all that stuff. So yeah, be a little bit careful, making sure, you know, if you can download stuff and back it up that, you know, you have it later on, just in case that does happen, because we've seen it happen a few years ago when, you know, some of those sites went down.
Let me just tell you,
how many did
lost
you lose?
400. And that day, I vowed to the gods of the Blu-rays and 4Ks. I said I would never, ever get digitals and put them up again. And that's why I give them away in Levels of Geeks.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, no. I was like, no, I am not going through this. I mean, I know Apple won't do that because you purchase it and they have this thing that even if they lose it, I think you'll keep it forever because you paid for that. But no, I never... Unless it's a movie I really, really want. But again, I got Ghostbusters digital. I got the John Wick. So goodbye. Like, no. Yeah. I can't, dude. But the movies, you know what? I would like to ask you this question. What movies do you really want in 4K? Like that you, like for you as a movie guy, that you like, I need this in 4K, man.
Okay, so I'm going to start. Of course, we already got this, but I haven't picked it up yet.
Okay.
I really haven't wanted to pay the price. I figure I might as well wait till the summertime if this big edition, the Middle Earth edition, is coming out. So Lord of the Rings and Hobbit is definitely on my list. At some point, I got to get them.
Same here.
Other than that, stuff that haven't released, we talked about True Lies. I'd love to have that.
Okay. With you that
Speed.
One. With you on that one.
RoboCop 2.
Wait, one is not out either. I haven't seen that one in ages.
You just got that Arrow Video 4K restoration of it. So
okay, I'll give you that.
It's there, but you know, I want that 4K logo, that black. Yeah. So I would say RoboCop 2.
Okay, 2.
I think I said Twister.
Hells yes! Oh, in Adobe Atmos.
Yeah. I am so surprised that has not come out yet. Oh my god, that'd be a good one. Speed, definitely. Give me some good cheesy action. Give me some Armageddon, Deep Impact. You know, something. I'd rather have like I'd rather have one of those in 2012. 2012 came out really good as far as visual presentation, but the movie itself it's okay, you know. But give me some of those. And I'd be very happy.
You know the one I really want, and I know they're never gonna come out because of freaking James Cameron. I want Aliens.
Yeah, that would be a really good one. Everybody wants it.
With the director's cut, though. Because that director's... Oh, my God. I love the director's cut. I mean, the Blu-ray looks fantastic. The new full Blu-ray that they came out. But Ridley Scott opened up my eyes, man, with the Alien. That 4K transfer was ridiculous, man. Like, I was like, holy crap. Like, that is a ridiculous freaking 4K transfer. Police Academy, I wouldn't mind, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I would like for
I'll
these.
take that.
Yeah, I would. I would take that one. Dumb and Dumber.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
would take.
some good comedy. I would love
Yeah,
some. Give me some American Pie.
American Pie. All three of them should
Yeah.
be. That was a good one. Let me see. I'm trying to think quick before we start to wrap. I'm trying to think like some good ones. Eraser.
Yeah, I'll take Eraser.
Yeah, Last Action Hero.
Hero. Yeah.
Oh yeah, do that. Stallone's. Have you seen I See You, aka Detox?
No.
You never seen that?
Uh-uh.
So, this was like straight to DVD Willis. You know, like how Bruce Willis does the straight to DVD, like Rite Aid edition. Well, he did one like that. Like no one ever heard of it. It came out straight Blu-ray, right? Straight to Blu-ray. And it's called I See You Detox, or Detox in the United Kingdom, but it's I See You. Dude, freaking phenomenal. I like it. You might like it. It's a psychological thriller. He plays a cop and something happens and then he gets into like one of the interventions away in Antarctic. Like away in the Antarctic, and he and the killer finds out where he is, and it's like a psychological who doing what. It's really good. I enjoy it. Desperado. That's
a good one.
Yes. Oh, Assassins. Stallone and
there you go.
Oh, yes.
There is. Yep.
Specialist. The Specialist with Sharon Stone and Stallone. The Rush Hours. Yeah, that's a pretty good one too. Actually, that is a good one. The Rush Hours.
I like
maybe one. No, two. I like
Passenger 57, The Negotiator.
That's a really good one. The Negotiator with Samuel Jackson, Kevin Spacey.
They can give me something like Loverboy. I'll be happy.
Okay.
You ever seen that?
I never seen it, but I'm gonna take your word on that one.
Ferris Bueller. Give me Ferris Bueller.
Okay, Ferris Bueller. U.S. Marshals and The Fugitive.
Yes. Yep. Oh, definitely A Fugitive.
Yeah. Oh man, I could watch those all day. Those I could watch all day. I'm trying to think because we already got the good ones, the Back to the Futures and all the Rocky.
Yeah. Rocky, yeah.
Yeah, how we forget the Rocky?
Especially 3.
All of them.
I love
Part
Mr. T
4.
in Part 3. Yeah, Part 4 is my favorite, but
Yeah.
Mr. T's character in Part 3 was just
I love when he's having the press conference and then he tells Rocky and he tells Adrian, he looks at Adrian, he's like, come home with a real man. And that made Rocky snap. Yeah. And he tried to they started peeling them together. That was my joy. Training Day is really good. Yeah, that would be a really good one. Was the Equalizer got the 4K transfer though?
Yes.
I think so, right? Yeah. What do you think of those? I love those.
I liked them. Yeah.
2 was a little weak.
Good. Yeah.
2 was a little weak, but 1 was still the best one. I like that. That was really. I always remember a line from his. The Arrow version. Yeah, I gotta watch those. I have 2 and 3 Shout Factory versions. Troy,
The Departed, Scream. Well, we know why Scream is held up. Scott Pilgrim versus the War. That was a pretty good one.
I'm
surprised.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping, even though Kick-Ass 2 wasn't as good as the first, if you're going to give me one, give me the other as well.
I hate when they do that. They put out the first one, and then there's a sequel. Just put out the other one. Same thing with Predator.
Yeah.
You got Predator 1, 2, 3. I mean, 1 and 2, and then you got Predators, and then the Predator. And you come out with the 4-pack, and then you go, I don't want to buy the Predator or the newest
Right.
one. But what do? You can't freaking buy Predator 2 separate, so you have to buy the 4-pack. That pissed me off so much. I mean, I brought the 4-pack because I needed my Daniel Glover fix, but
Yep.
yeah, I got suckered. I had to buy it. Commando, yeah, that's my joint.
Oh,
Young Guns, that's a really good one. It should come out soon, right? Because the anniversary should be around.
Yeah.
Oh, Tombstone.
This one, I'm very surprised that's not on there. You've got Unforgiven, but not Tombstone.
Yeah. Could be held up by studio, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I know they did the Quick and the Dead, but that was not a good transfer. That was not a good transfer.
I was told to watch. I haven't seen 310 to Yuma. I heard that was good. I heard the 4K came out very good too. So I need to get that.
Dude, Nate goes, "You like westerns, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Get 310 to Yuma," because I don't like Christian Bale, but he was like, "Get it." And you know what? I put it on. I watched it. Freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, I
You
gotta
would
see
love
it.
it. The 4K is phenomenal, dude. The transfer is really good. It's really good. You would love it. Russell Crowe and Christian Bale, those two are awesome. It's like Red Dead Redemption movie version.
Okay.
So you would like that if you play the game.
Fun.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
based in instinct.
let's get into this last question before we hit this 2-hour mark.
All right. What we got here?
So basically, my final question to you, been here on YouTube for a while. I know there's been some rough times that, you've thought about, just stopping,
Yeah.
maybe changing the direction or just not doing it at all anymore. I mean, right now, what is your standpoint? Where are you? And how far do you want to take this?
All right. That's a good question. It's rough. I mean, I don't put out, my thing is I don't do content like other people do content. Like I don't do it for watch time. I know it's hard to say because that's what you're doing it for. I mean, people will go ape shit if you don't get like 8,000 watch time. Like I never got a video that high, like in one shot. Like my Rambo is the highest one in my channel. I think it's like up to 5K. And that's because it's throughout the months that I put it out from like last June all the way to now. But I don't put out videos for that. I put out videos because I enjoy doing, I enjoy what I do. And my main focus is live shows. So I'm not in it for, this week I'm doing this. I do a podcast, an action movie podcast, because I enjoy action movies. And that's what I love watching. And I said, you know what? Let me do an action movie podcast because that's what I enjoy doing. So that's what we do. And then I take the audio version and then I make the video and I put it up on the Levels of Geeks. Then I was like, you know what? I enjoyed doing 4K disc reviews, but I was like, it's not going to be whatever I buy new. I want a themed per month theme. And that's what we do. So this month is all boutique. So we have Mad Max, Daily Live, Prince of Darkness. Haven't seen Prince of Darkness before. Awesome. It's a 2-in-1. It's a twofer, but it's strictly a disc review. Like it's not a movie review. It's just straight disc. This thing is whack. Don't buy it like that. In terms of the vision of Levels of Geeks, I'm going to take it wherever the audience wants it to go. I'm not going to do, like I said, I'm not here to make famous or try to make money. You should not open up a page thinking you're going to be making money. You're going to be 1 million subscribers. Guess what? Ain't going to happen. It happens to unfortunate people do it. I mean, some people have they could do it. In my case, I have a family. I can dig deep as, pushing. Again, I don't promote most of my shows anyway once we go live or if I put out reviews. Why? Because I'm busy with my children. I finish the review, I upload it, and whoever subscribed to the channel will see it. I try to post up as much as I could, but I can't do two things at once. I can't be a dad and I can't be on top of Instagram 24/7 to see how many people are liking my photos. Can't happen. And if you'll drive yourself crazy. In terms of Levels of Geeks, like I said, if the community enjoys it Mondays and Wednesdays, I'll continue doing it. I like performing in front of people, and I like having a film radio style show where people could call in and tell me what they watch or what we're discussing or having fun, because I love bringing stupid characters or some new segments to the table where people enjoy. So like for this Monday, we introducing a brand new game show called Win Nate Stein's Movies. If you could beat Nate out of 3 questions, you get to pick any digital code you want and you keep it. I send you the code and there you go. If you want to double or nothing, you could get another disc, another what do you call it? Another another digital code, but it's harder because now the last question is what's your favorite franchise? And you're going to get the hardest question on that. I tried Burrow because he was all up in this whole, I'm a Back to the Future fan, and I asked him a question. He did not know what to answer. So that's the thing. Like, I enjoy having fun with the community. I mean, you saw you always you've been behind the camera and in front of the camera in Levels of Geeks, and I enjoy what I do. I enjoy to entertain with people. I give two shits on where my viewer thing is going. I care about my subscriber because I do want to hit 1,000. That means you're working hard at something that I do care about. But me putting out videos to get 100 views no, I can't wrap my head around that, because if I lose my head mentally on that, that's going to affect my family, because that means I got to have to work harder on these videos Monday through whatever, and then my family is in the dust. I can't do that.
Right.
I can't. I'm sorry. And me and you talked about it. Family's way first before I do anything with Levels of Geeks. That's why Saturdays and Sundays I never go streaming. I did this today because, again, I like you a lot, and me and you are the same way. We're both parents, and I couldn't join your show Thursdays, and I was like, you know what? I told my wife, I was like, I promise this dude I'm gonna be on his show. I'm giving him my Saturday night, and she was like, that's okay. She was like, that's cool. But I never really know. I don't do this for nobody. I don't pop on a Saturday because that's my family time, like straight up. Because Monday and Friday, I'm in front of the computer editing, coming up with ideas, or watching movies in the living room while taking care of my kids. Because my wife works at night. She works from 5 p.m. to the next night, Monday through Saturday night. So I'm with my kids during the afternoon, having my laptop, putting together the show. Once they go to bed, I have to come in and start throwing up all graphics and editing when they go to bed before I go live at 9 o'clock. So it's hard. It's rough. But I enjoy it. I love what I do, and I mean it. Watch time, I don't care. Subscribers, I do, because you get perks when you hit 1,000, and those perks I need to make the show better. Have the community tag so people could do polls. But I mean, I'll tell you right now, on Monday, Levels of Geeks website is up. It's gonna be launching. I'm launching a Levels of Geeks website. You're going to have all our content, nice, organized, whatever you want to watch, movies, our movie review, that's all there. If you want to listen to it, audio is all there. Has all the links to David and Nate's channels, all there. It's like it's a center hub for Levels of Geeks. And I wanted to do this for the community, somewhere that they could, see everything at it. Because here it's kind of hard. If I say, hey, go to episode whatever, you're going to be looking at 1,000 videos looking for. Yep. No, now you could go, oh, okay, bam. Go to this movie review. Now you could scroll up and go, okay, this is the movie that he's talking about. Or when you said the Ghostbuster sneakers, I did an unboxing of that. You could go to the unboxing section and look at all my unboxings that I did instead of scrolling through all the movies and everything at once. So with that said, I envision Levels of Geeks to continue growing as long as the community enjoys interacting. And once that dies, the channel dies. They're the heartbeat. Right. They're Krypton to my Superman. That's what they are. They're the planet of Krypton. Until that shit explodes, it's gonna continue going. So, how about you? What's your?
Right now, this is pretty much it. This is what I want to do.
Okay.
Every Thursday night, Behind the Screen podcast.
I like the name.
Yeah, I don't know how I came up with it. At first, I was gonna do what was the name of it? It was something different, but someone else I had talked to that did podcasts, they said somebody else already kind of had that name, and they already had a little bit of a following. So I said, okay, let me switch it up. So I said, okay, let me do Behind the Screen, because it's like behind the scenes. So it's a play on that, but it's kind of getting to know me, getting to know the chat, talking about other things besides movies, because we all got our main hobby is probably movies, but there's other things that we also like. So this platform is open to talk about anything. I can talk about sports. I can talk to you about wrestling. Just multiple things we can talk. I ain't talking about religion or politics, but we can talk about buying stocks. Just a lot of things. Like, this is what my platform is for. That's what I want to use it for. And at least every other week, I want to do a different interview with somebody, to get to know them. Everybody can, find out about these other channels. Because a lot of times, even if you Google, you're going to see the bigger names. You're not going to see the little guys that are putting out something new, something different. than what the big guys are doing. They're probably doing the same thing over and over because that's what's working for them. And they're not going to change it because it's working. But us coming in with the smaller following, we're trying to figure out, okay, what's going to get me to the top? What can I do different? So that's why I want to do smaller channels.
Dude, it's a great idea. I mean, it's funny because like I was telling my wife, because she was like, "What are you interviewing doing tonight?" I was like, "Well, he's gonna be the Oprah of the smaller channels," and I enjoy that. I was like, I like that, opening, because not, it's funny. I don't open up myself as much, even on Levels of Geeks. I'm very private. Even there, like I don't open up, and they could all tell you I don't talk about my kids much. Hell, for that, they didn't even know my birthday was. Like, I don't talk about like my birthday or anything. That passed 2 weeks ago. Like, no one knew until I revealed it when I was talking to David on the live. And that's the thing. Like, I just want to like, the show is more like radio. Like, you're not going to know much about the person in the radio, but you want to be a personality that if someone's having a shitty day, hey, Levels of Geeks is on at 9:00. Let's see what they got cooked up. We cover, whatever's breaking on the movie front. Or, we talk about something stupid like, I have the judgment time where now we're going to be, judging trailers, whether it could be any trailers, but we're going to judge it for the hell of it and give it whatever. I have my stupid soundboard that I play on people. Like, and that's the thing. It's just a fun thing. And then people get to call in, whether they watched a movie that stunk, we could talk about it. Like, hey, what the hell do you like about it? Just like a radio show. And that's what I enjoy. Whether you want to do video, if I want to, if you want to show your face, if not, do it through audio. I mean, you could show that. And I like that. It's a very unique thing. And that's the thing I want to continue doing. So it's a very unique style. I mean, I don't have much guest on the channel. I only, I reached that out to the community as much as I could. Like the community of Levels. Like Tri Burrow's been on it. He's going to be on it again. You've been on it. We have to continue the part 2 of our discussion that we had, but I'm not opening up the doors to everybody. Like, I want to grow this thing organically and small. You don't want to continue having like 20,000 people. I mean, I don't want to have 20,000 people because it's not a guest style show. Whereas yours is, you're asking questions and stuff like that. Mine is more like a radio show. 9:00, bam, Levels of Geeks is on. Wednesday, 9:00, bam, you're on. This is what you're getting. Then you're getting 2 movie reviews, a 4K disc review, boom, throughout gaming, streaming, and then you have unboxing statues where you saw me unbox a $600 Star Wars statue, like, which was today. And then tomorrow I'm doing the Joker, which it's down over there. If you see it under the table, that's the big statue I'm going to be unboxing tomorrow at 10 in the morning, live. So that's what I enjoy doing. And I'm only doing that because normally I want to get all these boxes out the room. That's the only reason why I'm doing that in the morning. And then live, I'm done. And then I see you, I'm good. But yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, that's a good question. But yeah, that's pretty much the way it is, man. I will go until the planet blows up like Krypton. That's the way it is, man. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this is probably it for me. I want this to work.
Yeah.
By terms of work, I don't mean like, becoming famous or anything like that for what I'm doing.
Yeah.
The most I want is a nice size audience. I want the chat a little bit moving and getting to know each other. I want them to be in the chat, having fun with each other, talking to each other, getting to know each other and things like that. That's what I want out of it. I've been monetized before, but then YouTube changed the algorithm. I don't care about that. I know it takes a lot of work to even get a decent sized check. And I'm not at that point. I'm not going to push myself to put out a video every other day and just going to buy stuff just to make a little money. Like, I'm not going to put myself through that.
I totally get what you're saying. I totally agree what you're saying. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, I think a lot of people start their channels and they think they want to get it to the point that they're like, oh, I'm going to get 1 million subscribers or 100K. I'm good. I could get the stupid platinum. What do you call it? The platinum thing. You know what? That's a great goal. I'm not saying it's not. If I could get myself a gold platinum play button, awesome. It'll go somewhere around here, displayed. But my main focus is what you said. Levels. Let me just tell you right now, the Levels of Geek community talk to each other throughout the show. They always chat with each other. They always say what's up to each other before the cameras go on, because I can see the chat before we go live. And I was floored, and I love that week in, week out. I see everyone saying, oh, it's good to see you again. What's up, Tri-Burrow? What's up, TransformerCon? What's up, Jose, or, Unboxing Sam Jr. I mean, I can name them all because those are most of the guys that's always there. Ram for Rams, the other people, So I enjoyed that. And, yeah, I'm with you. I love to see that grow. But and that's what we're doing this for. I don't care about the fame. I'm private anyway, so like even if someone walks up to me in the street, like, yeah, you want a photo? All right, great, but peace. Like I'm not answering like 100 questions. Like what? Like I'm very down to earth. I'm not an asshole, but if I'm with my kids, that shit is not flying. Like I will take a photo, but that's it. I'm out. Like no. But if you see me in Comic-Con with my wife, yeah, I'll hang. I'll take photos. We can talk. You like the show, awesome. But no, if I'm with my two boys, no. Sorry.
Time and place for everything. Yep. I get
it. No, I'm honestly, I'm with my two boys, and I'm, and my two boys they have autism. I'm okay with that. I always said, I even said it in Levels of Geek. I have two boys with autism, and I love them. So I don't want them to be with, people freaking out when they come close to them, and have spasms. So it's like, back up. Like, so that's just me. But look, dude, I enjoy this. This is really fun. I liked it. I mean, I never talked about most of the stuff I talked about here. I never talked about in Levels of Geeks, at all. Everyone sees my collections, but I never opened up the doors. And I did promise everybody on the channel that I will be opening up even more on your interview of behind the scene screens, because I liked it. I thought it's a pretty cool format. So I opened up the doors a bit of my private life and talked a little bit more that I never do on the other channel. Because that's what I liked about this format. I was like, it's pretty cool because you get to go a little bit deeper inside the content creator of that channel.
Right. Because people don't, they don't get to see that side. They see your video. They don't know how long it's taking you to make it. They don't know what you're going through that day to even do that, what you might be missing out on, other things you could be doing with that time. And, it's time consuming. It can become very expensive. So that's what it's all about. Just getting to know that other side.
I mean, you're right. I mean, I spent 9 hours on the video when it's like one of the production ones. I mean, now it's going faster because now I know what to do and not to do.
Right.
That takes forever. Like I said, I'm in front of the computer 24/7 before I go to a live. And if I'm having a shitty day, you ain't gonna know it because I put a mask on, and I do, you don't know if I'm having, because I'm like a out, going person. When my mother, I mean, I don't know if you were there when I told you, in the whole December, my mother-in-law was dying from cancer. No one knew that for at all, because when I went live, you didn't know I was having a shitty day or my emotions until I told everybody on the Thanksgiving. I think it was the Thanksgiving special. I talked about it. No one knew. Everyone was shocked. They were like, holy crap. Like, really? Yeah. And she passed away in December. Right. And I had to, and I went with, I continue going because it's on with the show. I grieved as much as I could. But, when you go live, you can't show invulnerability when you go live. I mean, we're all human, but people are there to see the entertainment factor of what you're putting out. So for 1 hour or two, I'm going to be Alex, but then once the cameras shut off, it's back to a normal life. You're not this presence in front of the camera anymore. And that's the thing that I want people to understand. Like, regardless of what you say, your video sucks and all that crap. Yeah, okay, it does suck. But guess what? You watched it, one. And then two, you don't know what happened behind those cameras. For me to do whatever or record this or that. I don't believe in telling people their content sucked. That's wrong. That's really wrong to do. You want to give the thumbs down? Hey, thumbs down all you like. But to tell somebody that their work that they work so hard to do, and shit on it. Come on, man. That's wrong. Because I bet if you look at their work and you be like, damn, that's you say my shit is whack.
Right.
Like, what are yours? So I never criticize like people's content or stuff. I always say, look, everyone puts out what they could put out. If they work hard at it, it's gonna look great. If they just shooting the shit and they want to put less work at it, it's gonna come out like what it's gonna come out. So, and even the person that puts out the hardest work and it looks great, it looks like a ESPN show, could look like it could have one view, and then the person that has the most piece of shit shoot from a cell phone have 20,000 views. So guess what, people? It doesn't matter what you do in front of the camera. It's all about how you get it through and send the message. So that's what I honestly, if you enjoy my content, great. I love it. If you don't, okay, great. But just don't put the shit down because, oh, your shit is garbage because of X, Y. It's like, come on. Stupid. It's stupidity. It is really dumb. It's like it's childish.
Yeah,
really.
It is.
And then you start arguing about movies. You ever had that? When you put a movie review and then you start arguing, it's like, yo, dude, did I write the fucking script for the movie? Like, I'm just telling you my opinion on it. Like, that's the thing that always makes me laugh. So, I mean, that's just me. I'm sorry. I'm ranting here. I mean, we try to close it out here. I'm ranting.
Yeah. Well, let's definitely go ahead and close it out. I'll go ahead and let you shout out your channel and what you got coming up.
Yeah. So, all right. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to be opening up a 28-inch Prime 1 Studio Joker Joaquin Phoenix statue. I'm going to be doing that live in the morning. It's like my first morning show I'm ever going to do, and the last. Second, Monday. Oh yeah, some guy said I was racist because I never watched the movie Friday.
Wow.
You know the movie Friday with Ice Cube?
Yeah. Yep.
So on a live show,
I think I was there. I think I saw that. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy said I was racist. I was like, wait a minute, I'm racist because I never seen the Ice Cube movie before Friday. I seen every other crappy movie he put out, but that one movie is the movie that made me a racist. I was like, dude, you have to have a life, man. Like, geez Louise. But one thing is, so for Levels of Geeks, we go live Monday and Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Throughout the week, I put out movie reviews and 4K discs. You get 2 movie reviews, 1 4K disc. Then I go live video gaming, whether it's Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm gonna do that in the first like Monday and Tuesday. I might do like an hour stream in the mornings gaming, if I don't have work to do. And then on Fridays, I would like to do, if I'm not doing like an interview like with yours or whatever, Fridays I'm going to introduce Ghostbusters remastered on 4K on the PS5. I just found out that you could play it on the PS5, and I'm stoked because I'm like, yes, because I remember playing it and beating it, and I'm like, oh, now it gives me time to go back and put on that Proton Pack for Fridays and do live streams on that. So it's gonna be live stream Ghostbusters night. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the heartbeat of this Levels of Geeks are the live shows. If you really want to see the fun in whatever we do, I mean, it's just like how me and 4K D-Ray shoot the shit here, but it's just a live show with everybody. You talk a little bit of content, main topic, and on we go. It's just you really don't know what you're getting. It's just like a sports radio. But also, yeah, I see people saying you're a straight shooter. I'll tell you straight up how it is. That's how it is. Yes, I do have a busy YouTube schedule. Yeah, I do. But like I said, and same thing with our lovely host here, family always comes first in that department. Stanley James says, have you played I played it. That was the first thing I live streamed was Spider-Man on PS5, and I never played it again. Because I went straight to Valhalla and then I got hooked on it. I was like,
I liked your play alongs with Friday the 13th.
We're doing that again. It made me want to
get the game.
All right,
made me want to get it.
So you enjoyed it, right?
Yeah.
We're doing that again. February, we're doing Slash Along. We have, I mean, you know how many people DM me because they saw the video and they want to join in on the fun with the community?
Oh, wow.
Unboxing brought the game to play with us. Jay Manley played with us live, and he keeps going, hey, when are we going to be doing this again? Stephanie, the same thing. So, yeah, guys, if you want to join on the Slash Along Friday the 13th, it is the whole Levels of Geeks community playing with myself and Nate, another co-host of the channel, and we're just having fun playing PS5. It's not nothing. It's just us, sitting back, and I'm live streaming everything on Twitch and YouTube. So that's what you're getting in Levels. That's pretty much everything in a nutshell. But again, if you guys want to look for all the content, Levels of Geeks on YouTube, subscribe, hit the like buttons if you enjoy the videos. Hit those notification bells so when we go live Monday, Wednesdays, and then all the videos that come out right after, you guys will be notified. And again, starting this Monday, a brand new website with merch store and bios from all three of us, the co-hosts, all our videos and audios. And I'm going to be doing handwritten reviews. I'm not going to be doing most because I want to be a Rotten Tomatoes critic. So I want to start writing reviews. I got to do it for 2 years. Go figure. I write 2 years of that because you got to get 35,000 subscribers for YouTube. Wow. I ain't getting that shit, so I rather just write reviews for my own page. So I'm gonna do that. Starting Monday, I'm gonna put up little things. We're gonna discuss it live. How many steelbooks do you have in your collection? I don't know because that's something you don't get when you're scanning movies in. But I know I have like 300, close to 300. Nate is the one that has a lot. I don't know. I mean, you met Nate. He has like 800. Go to his channel. It's called Nate Flicks. Nate Flicks movie reviews on YouTube, and check out his 6-part series on his steelbook collection. So yeah, check it out. He has a crazy collection of it. But yeah, that's where you can find anything Levels of Geeks, YouTube, and of course coming soon on Monday, levelsofgeeks.com. So yep.
Awesome. Well, it was good to have you on tonight's show. I'm glad we pulled it together.
Dude,
a couple of things we was trying our hardest to get it together.
I felt bad. I felt bad, and I really wanted to come on the show, and I'm really happy that this happened because I really enjoyed this. You opened doors that not many other creators I will allow to open to talk. But yeah, thank you so much, and your community is awesome too. But yeah, continue doing what you're doing, man. I like this format. It's really fun and it's really cool. I like it. Very laid back.
Yeah. Thanks. All right, so we're gonna get out of here, you guys. Next Thursday, look forward to the Behind the Screen podcast. It'll probably just be me by myself, unless the person that I am thinking about interviewing will go ahead and do it next Thursday. I just want to give them enough time. Everybody has a busy schedule, I'm sure, so I want to give them enough time to think about it and decide when will that be a good time for them. But I do have somebody in mind that I want to interview next. Like I said, I try to do 1 week with just me in the chat, the next week I interview, and just keep rotating it like that. So I do have somebody in mind. So I'll be reaching out to them very soon. But I'm glad you guys could spend however much time it was that you spent here with me and Alex tonight. Thank you for another great show. Alex, thank you for being here. You guys, that is the Behind the Screen podcast. Thank you for joining us tonight with another great video. Till the next time, we'll see you.